All right. As we launch live, we bring, for those early viewers here who are chilling, waiting for me to start 1 minute late, I apologize. We got an update, or rather no update, on the whole missing luggage situation. Very much still missing. Pretty fantastic, right? So, it's just something I constantly stare at day in, day out, wondering why on earth there has been no progress. Got no answers for you. They got no answers for me. It's just kind of the way it is right now. Oops, I forgot to change the little floating tags down here. So, second. Test team night by ZZZ. What else should I put down here? Test team night fight. Oh no, I normally do this before we go live. You're putting me on the spot, everyone. Test team night 5 versus Dori. Luggage still missing. I'll throw that in there. Luggage still missing. Luggage still missing. That's 1 week away. Why not? Boom. There we go. And then I'll fix this. Okay, cool. There we go. Also, nothing's happening in the chat yet. Let me do a test. Test. Okay, looks like that worked. All right, cool. Well then, everyone, it is one of these late streams. As you see on the stream schedule, we're splitting it. So when it's late night like this, it means I'm going to be hitting up my test team people. And tonight we've got Iyslander and Dori on the docket. So let me hit up Alberto so we can get those games rolling. You ready? This is when my friends are free. It's late in the day for us here in the US. It's like 8 p.m. Eastern time. So everyone's off work. People can hang out. People can play some games. And as we approach Nationals, which is at this point a week away, incredible. For all you people in other beautiful countries that have Nats like coming up this weekend, best of luck. That is pretty intense. I would not be ready for a Nationals right now. Definitely not ready for a Nationals right now. So power to you. Power to you if you are. That is incredible. So let me see what Alberto says. Yes. Okay, sweet. So fine, we can just jump right into things here. Get those reps that we also need versus these decks. Private. Oops, let me log in as well. When I inevitably spam games later tonight, I do like to be logged in because why not? Private. We'll share the link. So in the background, you might hear the lovely woman Sant. She is cooking. We just did a grocery run. I washed all the dishes and unfortunately had to bid her adieu, so I could jump on stream here. So making some lovely dinner in the background. Shout out. All right, we've sent the link, and I think the first matches are going to be against Iyslander. It's something I tested a bit ago. I'm not sure if those games are even recorded. The stream kind of like comes and goes. I'm not sure if those were on camera or not. We did play this before, and I did go 2-0, but Alberto was relatively newer to the deck, so now he should be more on top of it, I would think. Supposedly, this list is pretty well equipped to handle Iyslander. The whole Belittle engine is quite good into just paying through the cost impediments that she's going to throw our way. But this is still this new kind of heavy Phoenix Flame list that I don't have a lot of practice with. So probably going to stumble around with some of the early sideboarding here and just kind of figure it out as we go. So first things into an Iyslander. I mean, obviously we don't need defense reactions. We don't really need CNC because they're just going to play things out. Although they do run enough defense reactions that maybe running CNC over a race face can kind of catch them a bit more. because they're likely to just block out Erase. If it hits, their turn probably is just Arsenal anyway, so do they really care about losing Ice? I don't think they really care about losing Ice. I think it's a little more detrimental to throw in the CNCs, because they really do run a lot of defense reacts. And that can just make their hands a bit awkward, because if they don't get to use them the way they wanted, then are they really going to put one in Arsenal? It's not what they want anyway. And then we need to cut 2 more cards. Some of the riskier cards to play in an Icelander matchup would be things like Rise from the Ashes, because it gives them a lot of information early from the get-go. They realize one of your cards is just, out of your hand, giving them a window before you've even attacked, for them to potentially throw a channel in your midst and really miss your ability to start going aggressive from the beginning. So Rise could be weak. I could see that. I think we'll try dropping that. The other option to get down to 60 might be the double strikes. The double strikes also are really tough to play through if it's a channel turn. But I mean, that's banking a lot on like, I'm gonna take this out just because they might have channel. Nah, so I think that's fine. I think we like building it this way. It's down to 60. Equipment choices, we still run Searing. I did add the Kodachis back into this, even though it's primarily a Searing build, just because of that game we played against Dromai yesterday. And it really is such a difference between having Kodachis or not in that matchup. Because the Kodachis give you such control over the mass draw. Like, it really doesn't even matter so much like what the Dromai does to block, because you don't care about having to weave in your attacks early at their face, and then when they let something hit, convert to the dragons, get your mass draw. You can kind of just start your turn with your mass draw if you run Kodachis, because you'll get to just go, Kodachi, throw something little, kill their dragons, draw your card, and then send the rest of your turn face. And so you take a lot of their agency away from being able to just block at the right points in the chain where you don't really get to turn on the dragons the way you wanted to really get that mass draw off still. So Kodachis might really be just for Dromai in this build, but they really felt good. They really felt good into Dromai before, and taking them out felt really bad. So we're kind of mixing ideas between what Sam has really been championing and then what I was testing before. And I think this will be fun. Obviously, Tide Flippers, this, Tunic, and Momentum. Momentum's still right over Mask, just because of the window they have with Blizzard on Mask is pretty darn scary. Playing into that would feel awful. And Mask is just going to demand interaction. I don't know, maybe it is Mask into... Oh god, they're both Mask. Maybe it is Pouncing Lynx into Icelander, though. Guess we'll find out. That's what today's all about. And we're going to swap off between going first and second and all that, so we'll just take first now. Hey, yo. We will swap. First now. Then you. Okay, and then we'll just jump into here. Cool. Alright, this hand's pretty nice. This hand pulls every single Phoenix Flame out of the deck at the very beginning. That is interesting. Yeah, it's like, I mean, that's 1, 2, and this will pull the next one. Okay. Guess we do that. Kind of weird. I prefer Pouncing in Icelander. Okay, noted. Noted. Because she will want to block down, but there's potential for us to go wide enough that we still make her care about Mask quite a bit, because her equipment doesn't block well. That'd be the one bonus of running Mask here, I think. Okay, and then what would we rather in Arsenal? Honestly, the 0 cost in Arsenal feel better into Icelander. So this at least is going to get us that Phoenix. It's going to give us the Shuko buff, and then we'll be able to pull the next Phoenix as well and just go a little bit wide this turn. A little bit wide. Probably not leaking damage, though. Probably not, unless they have a couple non-blocks in hand. Alright, getting rid of that. That's all fine and dandy. You come in for 2. And then eventually 1. I've heard varying opinions on how this matchup goes. Whether Fi can just be like a little too fast just barrel over what Icelander's trying to do. Or Icelander just kind of gets in that Aether Ice Vein. That might be the card. Aether Ice Vein loop. And Fi just really has a hard time building back momentum. It's just nice when they have to prioritize holding that one card to arsenal it so you can punish more. Yeah, so that's definitely one way to look at it. But as I've learned from the really good players, namely Levi, the amazing Icelander pilot, Blizzard has this window, which, hey, look, there's a Blizzard right here. Seeing this gun is quite nice. You see him pitch a Blizzard, that's quite nice. There's this window Icelander gets where after you pop links, they can actually... Oh, shoot, you know what we could do here? Okay, we could actually throw Snatch and leak one and draw. I think that always happens. I think the way he showed us his blocks, this always lands. We're going to be a little greedy about it. We'll be a little greedy about it. Why not? Why not? Cheek another little bit of damage, arsenal something. Sure. Sure. I just like the leak. The leak on turn 1 feels so nice. Oh, but yeah, there's this window. Very, very interesting window Icelander has. Where they can, after you crack links, then respond with the Blizzard. And you can't really do anything with that banished card. It's just gone. Oh, this is a great card to arsenal as well. We love that. We like how that worked out. This hand's also very good. We're hoping they don't have a way to stick attacks on us with this here hand they just drew up. That'd be annoying. That'd be quite annoying. The one bad part about this hand... Okay, yeah, well, I guess Cornet's always an option they have. I think we'll go ahead and just pay with the spreading. It doesn't actually get that much value on this hand. Guess I'll pay 1. Goodbye, Spreading Flames. We love you. We love you. Alright, well... Question becomes lead with Ronin or lead with mounting. If we expect him to tax us just by 1, then we do prefer playing the Ronin over the mounting this turn, because we'll be able to do this, 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 and a Phoenix through the tax. Whereas if we play this, we won't be able to afford the sword. So I guess we'll see first if this is even much of a taxing turn. Lead with the 0. Lead with the 0. Oh, what did I say? Channel turn. Alright, well, Channel's gonna really stick it to us. Channel's annoying. Who knew? That card's annoying. Alright, so the best we can do is try to still go as wide as possible to make it so he doesn't get to stick Channel and hold an Arsenal card, because as of now, right, he'll just have to eat all the rest of the damage we can throw this turn, so that he gets to keep 1 to Coronet, and then Arsenal's the other to stick Channel. So we do have a bit of a leeway for just free damage right now. So even going through on this breakpoint could work, because it's going to cost us 3, 2, 3, but then that would cost... so we don't really get that in, do we? Yeah, we don't quite. This is still costing 4. Yeah, so really the most damage we could push is just mounting, and then Arsenal Lava Vein. The most damage we could do. The hit effect won't do anything, though. But he doesn't know that. But he doesn't know that. He can assume that, though. He definitely could. Yeah, so we can't afford this, but we got a free 4 damage in. And now we Arsenal. Are running Thaw? No, Thaw doesn't really do anything. The one thing it would clear is like a singular Frostbite that they're probably throwing on your turn anyway, because Thaw has to trigger at the start of your turn. So sure, you could use it to clear Frost Hex, but they're not really trying to play out Frost Hex unless they find it early anyway. Alright, Belittle's actually pretty massive in playing through this. So once again, we get rid of the Spreading Flames. Kind of funny to draw it that way. Wow, Belittle's going to be huge here. Belittle is huge. Now this isn't going to pull anything though, but that's fine. Still lets us build enough pressure. Yeah, reveal. Yeah, so Thaw has to trigger at, let's look at it. Thaw, beautiful card. Absolutely gorgeous. But Thaw has to trigger at the start of your turn. And it can't target channel. Oh, oops. I missed it. I meant to add that to hand. It can't target channel, because channel is their card, not your Ice Affliction. It would only be able to target Frost-Hex and any Frostbites on the start of your turn. And Frost-Hex isn't really your lose condition, so it's just not worth it. What you'd rather be able to clear with Frost-Hex, or rather be able to clear with Thaw, is Hypothermia on demand, or a Frostbite on demand. But that's just not how the card works. It's just, you can't. It has to be at the start of your turn. So with the way Iyslander plays to interrupt things, Thaw just gets almost no value. Because if you're using it to break Frost-Hex, then you probably gave them tons of room anyway, because they shouldn't really be able to afford Frost-Hex. They should be blocking a lot, and Frost-Hex is a card they're going to play out in slower games. Yeah, so we're just going to throw more damage. It really sucks that this doesn't get a search off, but that's fine. That's fine. It's just damage for now. And then we'll hold Lava Vein as a 0 cost in Arsenal or next turn. And we're going to have more shuffles because of the belittles, so. Yeah. I really like to run 3 in my deck for Iyslander and Lexi. I would not like it against Lexi either. It's a 2-block. That is mighty hopeful against Lexi. That is mighty hopeful for it to really do anything truly beneficial over just another card in your deck. Okay, well, this sucks. This sucks, because there were opportunities for us to play this out. And just Arsenal like this instead. And we would have been fine losing that, but this is just free 3 damage, so we just lose it. I'm inclined to think we just lose it. He pitched CNC plus Tunic. I think we're just going to lose it. It's unfortunate. It's 3 damage that we would have liked to throw in the last 2 turns, but we just couldn't because of the taxes anyway. And here we go. All right, well, we have this yellow Belittle, which if we can get away with the Tunic resource to play it, would be mighty fun. To be fair, a lot of Lexi's run that pay or discard ice card. That is a good use of it. That is a true good use of it. Still, concentrating aggression in that Lexi matchup is quite useful, because you can just roll over Lexi. I played against Lexi a couple times now with Fi, and Ranger's just Ranger. Like, you can just kind of block when they have the insane turns, and then when they stumble, you just roll them. Because at the end of the day, your hands kind of just say go a lot more than theirs do. Man, this is tough. I really want to pretend that I get this Belittle search off the Tunic trigger, but this is almost surely giving me a Frostbite. Almost surely. So the other option becomes just pitch for mounting, and then we can pay through double strike and the turn with a snatch. If it's only a 1 Frostbite, I think we'll just go for that line. Swing in here for 4. Hey, Pietro. Hello, hello. I love that you stick around, Pietro. It's fun to have you. And if you are around, perhaps after we grind through some of these games that I need to play with my team, then we can play. Because I love to play you. It's just I need to get these games in with my test team first, because we need to fill out our document. All right, so he didn't play that. He didn't. So we'll kind of keep extending our chain, because we might even be able to sneak in Tunic on the Emberblade here, just to get more damage in this turn, but we're not quite sure yet. So we'll just play what's free. Just go with the first line we saw. And actually, this is why CNC was sided in, I think, is he really can. I mean, he's running defense reactions. We haven't seen that many yet. We saw 1 sink here, 1 sink there, but the possibility is to catch him. Nice. Okay, so now he's going to Blizzard. Blizzard from Arsenal now is interesting. I could activate Tunic in response, pay for it, but then I'd be pitching the Snatch in to break the Frostbite just to swing Double Strike for 2. I think we're just gonna accept our fate, lose our damage, Arsenal Snatch, and save Tunic to deny his crown next turn. Sounds a bit better. Sounds a bit better, so we'll just let it go through. That's fine. And it probably sneaks 1 damage. It's gonna be, yeah, it's hard for him to value an entire card, you know, as blocking just 1 there. I think he always lets that through. So yeah, our Double Strike's gonna go away. That is unfortunate, but I would rather try to build into 5 cards with Tunic to deny Crown. Alright, this is gonna be a bit rougher. So he reveals Aether Hail, which is another minor inconvenience. It's not the biggest one for his arsenal here. Not the biggest deal. So we take the damage every time here. Yeah. And then if I want to pay to avoid discarding a card. So the thing is, I'm inclined to pay because what he could do otherwise is just crack Amulet and then I'm really out of luck. But if I pay now with Soul Bead and then he cracks Amulet, I could Tunic to then just pay another 2 and only have lost 1 card for his committal of 2 cards. Which feels pretty good. If I lose my blue, I can still play through my turn. My turn can pretty handily cope with just 1 Frostbite, especially if he leaves my Tunic up. So, I will still pay. I will pay with the blue, and we'll see if he cracks Amulet. And if he does, then we outplayed this. Alright, but he doesn't. And now we have full info on what his arsenal is, and we feel pretty good. And we feel pretty good. So we're going to come in with Ronin. Come in with Ronin. Heart Eyes Cat. Oh, it doesn't pop up, but the corn emote pops up. That looks great. I have 7 TV emotes enabled and like better Twitch TV emotes, so some things I can see, some things I can't. I like the emote I can see. Salty corn looks pretty good. I was just at the movies today, actually. I went with Woman Sant. We saw Woman King. Woman Sant watched Woman King. And that movie was incredible. I cried twice. Once out of happiness and once out of sadness. When a movie can do that to you, man, that's pretty remarkable. To be pulled, your heart to be pulled in both directions, all in one movie. Man, it was good. I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. It was an early viewing, because I think the movie technically comes out tomorrow. But, you know, every movie theater does the thing where you can watch it early. And our local theater had a showing at 4 o'clock. So, ooh, this is going to be rough. This is going to be rough. We're going to end up now with 2 more Frostbites, which will really throw off the turn. That will throw off the turn. Surely. Yeah. Yeah, that sucks. That definitely sucks. Although he'd have to commit a whole other card to pitch for the Waning Moon. I'm not sure he should have done it in that order. Interesting. Did he even fuse it? He fused it with Frost Hex. Okay. Oh yeah, well, we let that through. And now he pitches for Waning Moon. That's fine. If he gets rid of another... Oh, he got rid of a channel. Ooh, that is wrong for this matchup. He's prioritizing keeping Frost Hex and Arsenal over the channel and Arsenal. That is wrong for this matchup. But okay, so now we have the option... If we... All we can do is soak 1 Arcane, so we'd end up with 2 Frostbites. And the 1 Arcane would cost us pitching this, so we'd have 1 floating, 2 floating, and in theory, Tunic resource, which would be 3, which is enough to pay through to Snatch, and he's only got the 3 block in hand. I think that is worth it. Right, let me just double check. So this is effectively covering the 1, we take 2, end up with 3 Frostbites total, and we have 1, 2, 3 to pay through Snatch. Yeah, so it does work. It does work. Yep. And we protect ourselves from one of it. And then we throw Snatch. Then we throw Snatch. And leak some damage. That was a blue, so this, still is going to push one through. Still is going to catch him a little bit. Thanks for streaming tonight. You're welcome. I mean, we're playing these games anyway, right? So, might as well. Alright, now, this is a pretty big punish on his end. Pretty big or on our end for him, rather, because we know he wants to keep this card. He thinks Frost Axe is good for this matchup. I don't think it is, but now we cheat in the damage and we get our free arsenal here, so we don't even mind that pitch weirdly. And that's a pretty strong arsenal, and we know that he's not going to Coronet or Amulet Crack on his turn, and we know that all he's going to do to disrupt us is that Frost Axe. So we're just looking to play through one Frostbite next turn, and I'll take that any day in this matchup. Oh, he's going to crack Amulet now. That is more unfortunate, but that, it's not the biggest deal. Yeah, okay. Oh, yes. We'll open it. Alright, my services are needed. Alright, guys, on stream, let's open this can of pasta sauce. Yo Mama's Spicy Marinara. Alright, come on. Let's not look like a fool. Oh. Send me your energy, chat. Oh, this is harder than any Flesh and Blood game. Jesus Christ. Ugh. Mother of God. Ugh. Woo. This is tough. All right. Hold up. Let's pass our things. Let Alberto do his thing. Get back to it. Oh, this is embarrassing. Why'd you gotta do this to me? Oh, I can't do it. I can't do it. Come on. Oh, mother. Oh. I'm gonna have an aneurysm on stream. This is holy shit, that's a ridiculously strong can. Yeah, it's the can, it's not me. Woo! Lord. Alright. Woman saying hasn't done it yet either, so. Whew, my god. Alright, that was really tough. Yeah, so I suck. Hot water, says the chat. I mean, they are right. That's what I would have done. If I was in charge of cooking tonight. Alright, so we know it's just one Frostbite to play through, which is kind of funny, because, like, our hand can play through a lot more than just one Frostbite here, but, whatever. What it is, we lead. Too much flesh and blood, not much muscle and blood. Hey, it's not my fault, alright? You want to talk to that fucking 18-wheeler driver who ruined my hand? That's what you gotta follow up with here. It's not my fault. We actually do kind of care about this banish? Do we? I mean, the next thing we want to swing is Emberblade. Right? So I guess it doesn't super matter. I think we do want to conceal the information. Because the next thing we want to swing is Emberblade into Phoenix into Blaze. Yeah, I'm not going to banish this. Popping veins instead of dragons. Uh-huh. Hey, don't throw shade about that Dromai game last night. Or yesterday. That was embarrassing. But now we put Kadachi's back in, so we don't lose that again. Okay, actually, the one thing I forgot about is this Frostbite tax. We were just talking about how keen we were to play through it. And now it is going to bite us a little bit. It is going to bite us a little bit. Huh. That's fine. And he's going to Ice Ball. Okay, well, actually, Oh, he's blocking the ice ball. Jesus Christ. All right, I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Like, how did he throw this at us? Okay, well, now our option is just throw Blaze Headlong, Arsenal Salt the Wound. That's okay. It's not great. But if we pitch in Salt the Wound, we only push 2 more damage because Shuko would trigger. So it's like, do we pitch Salt now for 2 more damage, or do we think this is worth more than 2 damage later? It well could be. It well could be. I guess the other option is we just Salt now, hold Blaze. That might even be better because this is going to get our Shuko trigger off. So this will come in for 4. So it's about the same. It's the same 4 damage right now, and then we hold Blaze for a different turn. I kind of prefer that. I kind of prefer that. Because he's a defensive deck, Salt probably won't get too much value, and I'd rather keep the ability to just play a Lava Burst like straight out of hand next turn. Because we haven't seen one yet, so we'll just toss this. Get Shuko. Get Shuko value. 4. Alright. Arsenal. Did you open it? With hot water? You used hot water, huh? Yeah, okay. It did take some hot water. It took hot water, but it is open now. We will be enjoying pasta soon. Okay. Alright, this hand, a lot of blues, baby. We like it. We don't know what this card is, though. There was no fusing on his last turn for us to know. He dropped an E-Pot. It's alright. Obviously, you know, he did pitch a channel. He played a channel. Channel's always a big deal. He's down a Blizzard. He pitched a Blizzard. Blizzard's always a big deal. We can play through most of that. There are things that are going to cost us 3 resources straight out of hand. And we've got another blue to pay through like a Frostbite plus 1 more tax-ish. So yeah, we'll lead this way. Obviously fantastic if we don't have to pay for too many... Oh, okay, well, okay, this was okay. This was okay, right? Because we talked about having a little too many resources. Well, we do want to play this out of Arsenal. So I guess we are fine. We are fine to just pay for that here. Sure. I will pay Juan. I will pay Juan. And then he'll probably moon this turn, and we'll have an extra floating as well anyway. Oh. It's okay. Oh, God. This is still fine. I mean, we do have a lot of resources to work with here. And so now he's going to Tunic. And now he's going to Waning Moon. We're going to have to pay. We're going to have to play through 2 more Frostbites, but we can afford that. We can afford that. Oh, I don't. Oh, he didn't hold priority right. If you want it to deal Frostbites, let Sigil resolve. We're probably gonna have to undo that. Although I'm surprised, isn't Sigil, or did he not fuse it, or did you not fuse Sigil? Question mark. Oh yeah, he didn't fuse with Sigil, actually. He didn't. It says you didn't use Sigil. Reset turn. Alright, we're resetting this turn. This turn. Oh my lord. That was quite the workout. That was quite the workout. In fact, let me change my tag. No, we're not going to change that. It's going to put like a cereal can not opener. Something stupid. No, we'll not do that. Okay. Back on the game. Back on the game. Well, we like where this game is anyway. Game's fine. Yep, we're still paying for this. Burning Flame is going to just give +1 here. It's mighty sad, but, you know, we were hoping for more. We're hoping for a bit more. Playing a brand would have been sick. Extend the chain with the buffs, but ain't gonna happen. That's alright. Okay. And now he's going to Waning Moon. And we will soak the 1, end up with 3 Frostbites. but our turn still plays pretty decently. Pretty decently. Sure. Now we come in with this. I really wish Spreading Flames said less than or equal to, but it says less than. And it is quite hard unless you do play out like your weaker blues to really make Spreading hit that many buffs, which is probably fair and balanced because it is a pretty good card as it is. As it is, there's not much to complain about with that card. But alright, I think this is the first Spreading Flame or Phoenix Flame I'm getting back. But we're putting him at... Oh god. Oh, that was mask draw. I didn't even think about that. That was mask draw. You sure? I think he really should have blocked that question mark. Look, when this popped up, I was thinking, Jesus, did the game bug out and it's letting me play that double strike that he blizzarded earlier? But no, that was a mask draw. That was. Alright, so he should probably block that. We're letting him wanna undo. Want to undo or roll with it? Or roll with it. Alas, these games are for better science. We're not just gonna, roll with every misplay by chance. Last turn you had 2 Draconic Chain Links. Would it have been better to Blaze, pay for Frostbite with the floating, then Phoenix Flame getting the Shuko buff, then Arsenal Salt or Shuko? Blaze Headlong, pay for the Frostbite with the floating. Yep. Get the Phoenix Flame. No, I think that was the issue, though. That was only the second Draconic Chain Link. Or no, oh no, sorry. What you're missing about that is the Blaze Headlong didn't have Go again. That was the difference. We are going to play out the Blaze Headlong just to push the Shuko trigger. The difference between how you're thinking it works and not is... is the fact that Blaze Headlong didn't have Go again because I hadn't played a red yet, which is why I was trying to get back the Phoenix Flame first, throw that, then Blaze, then be able to potentially Salt the Wound. But it would not work. So I only had one more attack that turn. All right, he's at 4. I can't hate this position we're in. We're at 23. We can still get locked out. Like, things can happen. I doubt they're going to happen. Oh my lord, Fluke and Box. Donating $79.99. That's incredible. That's Australian dollars, so I don't know if that's more money or less money. I think you guys are a strong country, like strong financially, but I think it's still a bit less than buy yourself some glasses, mate. Yeah, so actually, okay, first of all, John, thank you so much. That is... You've seen these glasses now in person, and you never made a comment about it, but I know you were thinking it. I know you're thinking how damn ugly they are. So I appreciate that. I will be getting new glasses this weekend. The lovely woman Sant straight up said, I'm just going to buy you new glasses because she hates my glasses right now. So she was going to make that happen regardless. But now we can go for that, like, the extra UV layer or whatever, make it all fancy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Homie, what is Iyslander doing playing Frost Hexes? Shamir, truth. Man, when he did that, we saw him do this whole turn where he pitched a channel, like on a turn where we saw the fused Frost Hex, and I'm just like, damn, Alberto, that's just not how you do it. Flip those, my man. Put the channel in Arsenal. Pitch the Frost Hex. So I think he's still learning the matchup a bit, but all right. Now, our turn. We have Tunic up. We don't know what this card is. I mean, we just lead with the things. We lead with the things that deal lethal damage. Oh my god. This is so not correct by Alberto here, but the game's also a little hard for him to claw back from anyway, so we'll just reset. Woman Sant is the GOAT. Hope to meet her at Worlds. I think she's coming to Worlds. She's coming to the Ohio 10K. The one that just got upgraded to a battle hardened. So no, but she's from California, so we talked about it. But no, she's very busy. She is a hard worker and can't get a lot of time off from school right now. Okay. Is this really all we have to play through this turn? This is, we're gonna do it this way because, never mind, he already played out his arsenal. I was gonna say hypothermia is a thing. Oh, never mind, these both would have sucked into hypothermia. Alright, whatever. Whatever. So I think we just win if we drop the CNC right here. Right. I could get greedy. We could, toss in one more Phoenix Flame first. But he still has the potential here to, like, Energy Potion, Storm Striders, dink us for, like, one little ice effect, Frostbite, and then we can't. So we'll just drop CNC here. And we might just win. Well, no, because, I mean, he'll block with this, he'll block with this card. It's fine. I'm watching some other folks playing the same matchup with a more expert Icelander. Good luck. Yeah, thank you, Shamir. Oh, it's a Oasis. Nice. Yeah. Well, we'll get Albert to the expert level. He's learning the matchup still. He's learning the matchup. So right now we have the option, because we know he can't Coronet Peak, we could just Tunic now to Arsenal the Phoenix for next turn, which I'm kind of down. I'm here for that. I'm all right with this. Also, Fluke, you've been streaming this as well, and it's been nice. I hopped in earlier on your stream today. You were playing Dromai. You were playing Dromai. Love it. Love to see it. Okay, so now we probably just win again. Probably just win again, because this is one of them 5 turns where you just go kind of wide. You just do the thing, just play a lot of attacks, you just kind of kill him. I've been dealt soul damage by this. I didn't even see you comment that. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. Wait, he'll get better. He'll get better. Oh yeah, I'm paying for that. Whee! There goes our blue. But even so, I mean, supposedly from talking with Sam, like, this matchup is pretty decent for the Fi. Like, the way I was running it, more mid-range with Kadachi's, even AB3, I was still having, like, an okay time. It really just came down to how many turns can they stick a channel. Like, if their channel hits you and you can't pressure enough for them to, like, just be able to keep it for, an extra 2 turns on their end, man, it sucks. Your damage just falls off the face of the earth. It's horrible. But if that doesn't happen, if you can keep the pressure up, if you have your blue, if you got your tunic or whatever it is, then I think you still are really high pressure enough to make the Icelanders scared. They don't get just full control unless they literally have the channel going for them and just draw Aether, 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 Aether. That tends to be pretty good, Aether Ice Vein, good card. Yep, and then now we do this. And it should be, unless that's a, nope, okay, not a defense react. Game over. I love being able to stream Fab. TTS is a little too time consuming. That's so true. The matchmaking is what saves, like, Fab as a streaming option. Because the matchmaking, like, there's just no hassle. Like, as a streamer now, because what am I? Yeah, I'm a streamer, I hang out with, like, Majin Bay, famous Runeterra streamer, Sam Dando, Drip God. I'm a streamer now. As a streamer, it is so nice to just be able to, focus on the chat, focus on entertaining, and then just, like, click for a game. You just click a button. You don't have to organize anything. Don't have to, like, jump in Discord lobbies and say who can play, blah, blah, blah. Import deck, shuffle with all the manual buttons. It is so nice. You go first. All right, he already chose that. He goes first. I'm still gonna try. Actually, I think I'm learning. The only master I got that game was because he just forgot. So that means Link's, like, just has to be better. So we'll take all this again. I enjoyed how the deck was drawing. CNC felt fine, and it could have ended the game if he had a D-React as the last card in hand. Put all these back in, and now we're at 60. And here we go. Okay, well, we really hope he swings so that we can go ahead and cycle one of these to AB to try to find a blue. It really sucked to just not have a blue going into him with Arsenal. Okay, also, just realizing, I think the YouTube tip thing is not linked to, I think it's called, like, Stream Elements or whatever is, like, tracking the donation. So I'll have to see if I can manually update that, but it is definitely at 100 now. Um, it is at 100 now, which is awesome. So, because that should automatically update, but I don't think it knows how to track YouTube's built-in system. Okay, well, if we pretend like he can't frostbite us, then this turn's pretty sick. But even one frostbite is gonna impede every single one of our plans. Every single one. Oh, okay, no frostbite yet. Alright, we see a sink. Oh man, I thought that was a sink from Arsenal. I was about to get giddy. Here we go. We keep it coming. We pretend. We pretend. I'm actually not even... Oh, it's a channel from Arsenal. Alright, well, I mean, that's fine. That is fine. It was probably better to play out Blaze then, because if he's going to react on that next swing, then at least this is a breakpoint. Yeah, so it would have been better to Blaze there. Oh well. Oh well. The one extra card in hand will just go to protecting our HP. Pitching into the Frostbite. In this situation, I would rather... It's a little funky, but I would rather Arsenal the Blaze because we don't necessarily get to push for Rupture each turn. So it's a little greedy to assume that it works out that way. Then again, we could just kind of have it in Arsenal until it works that way. Yeah, we'll try Arsenaling the Lava Burst, actually, and see what happens. Coronet. Yep, so he pitches another channel now. 2 Coronet to keep channels. That's nice. That goes away. With our hand here... a little unfortunate we won't get the search here. I would have loved that. It's going to be through a channel turn. So Belittle will let us pitch through enough. Oh, someone just dropped 30 bucks. This is awesome. All right, now we're talking about double UV layered glasses. I don't know if that's a thing. You know, with my glasses, the thing I have to always worry about is the thickness. So if you see that, I'm like completely blind now, so I don't even see what you see. But if you see that, my glasses are like so damn thick. And when I put them on, you can see like the warped effect on the edges of my face. Because my prescription sucks. I'm so nearsighted, I can only see like 2 inches ahead of me. It's really bad. So I normally have to pay quite a bit to get the lenses like as thin as possible. But I didn't pay for that on these lenses because I was in college. And so that's why I hate them so much. They're just like a little too goofy. Okay, so on the discard here, what were we thinking about? His hand really doesn't push that much. I mean, yeah, we will pay though. Because at least we can go wide enough to Belittle, Flame Call, swing through the channel. And that should be enough pressure to make him break channel next turn. Should be. Should be. You're pretty myopic, probably like a -10 or more with a curve like that. Well, when I wear contacts, it's -6 in both eyes, and they have to be astigmatism lenses. So that doesn't translate exactly to like how my glasses are. I think my glasses tend to be a bit worse because they need to cover the weird shape of my eye. But I do wear -6, which is like almost the highest contacts go. It's insane. And here we go with this. This is decent enough pressure. Oh, actually, I'm off by... Well, okay, I mean, if we can't swing Searing anyway, then, like, who cares? Oh, for some reason, I thought I had one more resource. I don't. Alright, so that's our turn. That's our turn. That's fine. It definitely sucks that Belittle wasn't a red, because we'd get the Phoenix Flame out. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Oh, here comes an Aether. You don't love this. And this is potentially what's going to stick him the channel. Yep, there it is. pitch ice, channel will stick. So if channel is sticking, then we'd rather just hold CNC, because that'll at least be a 2-card hand for 6. So we can go ahead and afford to pitch 1 in to Arcane this turn, I guess. And then discard. That feels pretty bad. We really would like to get the searches out of the deck, but this wouldn't have worked this turn anyway. So yeah, I'll pay 1. Then I'll take 5. And then I will discard this, and we'll still swing CNC. Oof, I feel you though. Negative 12 glasses, negative 10.5 contacts. Holy shoot. Wow, when you order contacts online, which is all I do, they don't let you go higher than normally negative 5.5. So like whenever I was ordering the colored contact lenses for like the Levia cosplay, I had to get negative 5.5, and I was paranoid that they wouldn't be strong enough. But they were pretty good. You know, it got hazy in the distance, but you know, it's a card game after all, so you only need to see like a couple feet in front of you. But yeah, they capped out at negative 5.5. So you're getting some heavy prescriptions. Jesus. Frost X even be in the deck in this matchup? I feel like it's for the games you expect to go long. Well, the one reason to keep it in, actually, there's a couple reasons. Number one, if you draw it going first, you might as well play it out, right? It's also a block 3, which Iyslander can sometimes struggle to take out. Oh my god. Yeah, so we caught him. We caught him. Look at that. That CNC hit D-React in Arsenal. And he must be stuck on like 2 D-Reacts in hand. That is pretty hot. We really like that. It's a 3-block, and that's normally something that Iyslander is really eager to keep, because so many of the other ice cards are 2-block. So just having a 3-block ice card in the deck is reason enough to have it, but that doesn't mean you want to play it. You don't really want to play it. Ooh, I'll discard this Phoenix Flame. Oh, that's kind of funny. Yeah, let's get rid of that Phoenix Flame. Bye-bye. Bye. Yeah, certain brands online have oh, shoot. Okay, that's actually something I totally forgot about, is Coronet Peak. All right, well, now this is more unfortunate. It is more unfortunate. Dang, I really didn't think that hard, did I? Well, that sucks. Yeah, well, we'll pay. I didn't think enough. Okay. Well, we do this, and if he comes in with a Frostbite, we at least swing Ember after, I guess. It is worth it to push another 3, right? We don't care about the Arsenal here, so that can go. Bye-bye. I love that frozen effect. It's going to cost us losing Tunic. It will. I wonder if there's a world, actually, where if he lets this hit, I go ahead and mask. Is that insane? Is that insane? It pushes 3 damage, basically, because I'd be able to Searing next into the Mask Pull into Phoenix. So it's only 3 damage. There's got to definitely be better windows for that. And he's probably going to de-react this anyway, so. Yeah, we'll take all that. What's up, Andrew? Good to see you. This has been, you missed some drama already. It's the internet now knows that I am apparently too damn weak to open a jar of pasta. I couldn't do it. It was a fiasco. It really sucked. It hurt my pride. And in terms of games, though, we're 1-0. So the game is going well, but Alberto, I don't think, is playing this matchup correctly yet. We're getting there. We're getting there. A nourishing turn on his end. Okay. Well, funny enough, this is like the one chance where Shuko could get its block value off. Kind of interesting. Do I expect Shuko to do enough? Or do I just protect the life now? Huh. I definitely don't want to block with the other armor though, so it would always be letting the hit through, so it's probably not worth it. This hand is going to search the minnow. I think we're fine. We'll just let this hit. It's a lot of damage, but our hand's going to search minnow, and it's already got the finisher with lava burst. So should be all right. Should be all right. I have trouble opening non-paper packs if that makes you feel better. Yeah, I just don't open packs. I can't do it. Life has just decided that I'm not allowed to open packs. I have a lot of okay, yep. See, this is okay, Alberto. You can't keep pursuing Frostex. I need to message him about this, or I guess he's in the. I can say it here. The chat is saying that Frosthex is not your win con here. Better as a 3-block and go for interruption to abuse my AB1 and kill. Okay. Just, learning moment for later potentially. Just gonna go ahead and share that knowledge, share the technology. Grab that minnow and start swinging. I mean, it's crazy. Like, if that's his only disruption this turn, like, this is a great turn. It's a huge turn. It's potentially even a lava burst. Oh no, we don't want to do that. No, we're saying no. I was playing with the game. Let me say no. Nope. This is even potentially like a lava burst, tide flippers, lava burst type of turn. Not saying it is, but it could be. Now we go here. Life has taken a great joy from you if you can't open packs. Yeah, I just suck at it. I feel like it's part of the reason I don't ever care about grading cards or anything like that is because if I open a pack, it's gonna have a rough life. Wait, also, what is he... Wait a second. What happened here? Hold up. How did... He played Tunic last game. What? This... Does he even know? You have Illuvian right now. You have Illuvian, by the way. Okay, I didn't even notice that. No one pointed that out. That is, well, that's an interesting choice, my friend. It has to be a mistake. There's no way he thinks it does anything. But he played Tunic last game. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. It's just how it's gonna be apparently. Swing this. Alright, this will be a big turn. Getting Shuko value because we're getting the Phoenix for free, getting the Lava Burst. At this point, it's safe enough to assume he doesn't have Blizzard, but even if he did Blizzard, we were leaving the floating open long enough that he took a lot of damage if he was trying to wait till we paid for Searing. So that's fine. Now he sigils here. Okay, so this is he really? Okay, so he showed Insidious Chill. But then he'd have to pitch the Insidious Chill if he wants to then Waning Moon and shut off my turn. Okay. I hope he doesn't do that. I feel like... Oh my god. Okay, but you already gave me such an insane turn. You're only ending the Phoenix Flame damage. This is not worth it, like in any sense of the word worth. And actually, we're at the point where we have double Phoenix, so I can just go ahead and even save an HP. Because I can pitch one Phoenix in, I don't care. So I'll just save an HP on this. And we'll just go about our merry way. Ice came for a PJ party, but I came for a knife fight. I came for a sword fight. Come on. Searing Emberblade. Do people think this art is good? I'm a little unimpressed by it. Like, it kind of just looks exactly like the Kodachi. Like, you don't really get to differentiate the fact that this is a sword, not a Kodachi. Right? I mean, what does a Kodachi look like? I feel like they look the exact same, just one's on fire. Kodachi. I mean, yeah, look at that. 0, 0, 0. It doesn't matter. We're gonna shuffle. Yeah, so I guess the Kodachi is shorter. It's definitely shorter, but it still doesn't look that different. Interesting. End of turn. Better than Rosetta, to be honest. My favorite Rosettas are the ones people alter because it covers up that card. Rosetta. I mean, it's all right. What's interesting about the Rosetta art is that you see more of the background. Like the background has depth. You know, like there's obviously kind of like a jungle floor going on here, but a lot of the time, you just see kind of that filler background art. You know, it's just like a painted wall. Okay, well, we get to really pop off with our turn. We're absolutely going to make this an Art of War turn. So, I mean, we'll just go for it. I mean, we're missing a red anyway. So, sure. Buff, banish, get rid of this. Oh, yikes. Alright, that sucked. Should I have really said go again? Maybe I should have said go again if I was scared. If I was scared of that outcome, then I should have said go again on Art of War. Because I don't have snaps to force this through. Man, that really sucks. The one thing I can do here is lead with Lava Burst. Tide Flippers it. That is horrible. That is awful. But we want our turn to deal damage, so by God, we're doing it. That is awful. Jesus. Mother Mary. I think I should have just said go again. It might have been wasted, but that was like the one way this hand bricks. He blocks with Coronet here. Okay. I mean, yeah, he needs to buy back his arsenal. I just don't think his last turn was so bad. Okay, Tide Flippers. Here we go. No more AB, baby. You can't kill me from 19. Impossible. Bet he didn't see that line. He just thought I sucked at the game. Turns out, I may suck. That's still a little uncertain. I may suck. We don't know. This is Nationals is going to be the big test of that. Honestly, I'm just going to not play Levia for once. The only time I didn't play Levia at an event, I played Starvo, so that doesn't count. I literally just Starvo does not count as playing this game the way it was intended. Starvo was insane. But I did win that Pro Quest, just randomly playing Starvo because I was so pissed at the meta. But I don't think that counts. So we will see at Nats what happens. I just play what I like. Okay, because like the only other thing I can draw from to try to evaluate if I'm any good is I believe it was 16th or 18th. It was somewhere in between there, 16th through 18th. Might have been 17th at the Tales Varia sealed calling in Dallas. Was it Dallas? I just randomly flew out because I was pretty new to the game, but I was absolutely loving it. So I flew out, and yeah, ended up. I think I was maybe 18 because I don't remember ever saying I was top 16. So I must have been 17 or 18. But that was pretty insane. Like I just randomly showed up. I'd never played Tales of Aria before, and had a lot of fun. Played against really good people. He fused with a blizzard. He fused with a blizzard? Why would you not just blizzard then here? I have so many questions for the way Alberto's playing this. If you don't know who Alberto is, he made top 8 at the Calling Vegas for world premiere of Tales of Aria or whatever it was. He was playing Dash. He made top 8. So he is quite good. He is good. Now we come in here. If he thinks Blizzard here is the right play, this is wrong. I'm not quite sure what I'm watching this game. Not quite sure. Yeah, Ian has the Polish Frostbite and it looks great. Saw on the Discord a full Icelander Frozen themed altar. Oh, that is sick. Yeah, the Polish players. Yeah, this is fine. We just wait, was there a way I could layer that first? No, because I'd always end up with the frostbite. Sure. Yeah, we won't pay. I'll just arsenal the salt. If this is a blue, we could have done things the way I was thinking. With a layer on top with Phi. End up with the Phoenix. Pay through Blizzard. Then we'd be stuck with the frostbite still. So that's that. We will just arsenal salt. Boom. There we go. Alright, once again he misses arsenal though, so we kind of just get to run him over. And this hand's pretty good at running him over, I would say. This hand will do it. Here comes the fun stuff where we just throw a bunch of go again at him. And he's probably out of blizzards, because at this point we saw him pitch one. He played one now. So unless he's got the third one right now, it's kind of just over. Woman Sant tipped $5 from behind me. Look right here, there she is. Cheeky little rascal, tipping $5. I'll take that, thank you. But you should also join the channel so you can spam man salt, which she absolutely loves to do. It's like a join button. Okay, and here we go. Slinging out more of these good old attacks. Yeah, give me that spreading buff. It's the good stuff. Come in with Ronin. Not getting the buff, but the searing will. Searing will. Oh, I forgot this whole game we had mask on. I haven't even been thinking about that. Too distracted. Too distracted. Okay. So the Phoenix. I guess if this hits, we should just go ahead and mask now, because salt's not that high value here, and lava burst would at least get the spreading buff. So we'll just do it. Salt is lower value. Get him, says Nick. What's up, Nick? Good to see you. Nick was an opponent from last week in our test group here. He was the one just playing all those random decks while we kind of got into the groove of the stream. Yeah, and so this is just game. All right, Alberto, we gotta get you more attuned with this list. He's more of a Dash and Dori player, but he's been playing a lot of Iyslander. But I'm not sure, not sure about those games. Well, let me ask him in the lobby if he wants to play one more on Iyslander. Wanna still play Ice? Or swap to a more comfy hero? Okay, he still wants to play Ice. Alright, don't forget Tunic. And don't chase Frost Hex IMO. Okay, well, we'll do this again. We'll do this one more time, and hopefully he's learned some lessons. Here we go with all the goodies. I took out these last time. Oh, the erase face. And we run it at that 60. So I played around with Sam's list. Sam, that might be you on the round table of Wraith. I mean, you're part of them. It could also be Levi, it could be Jim, it could be Ryan. A lot of good people. And look, I remembered all your names. How amazing. Look at you guys. I'll never forget. You guys were the kind of... you all really kind of got me excited about the community at large at that first RTN I went to. When I drove over to Chicago, and God, that was a horrible, horrible weekend. That weekend, Sandra and I went to IKEA all the way out in Chicago, so it's like a 2.5-hour drive. And we tried to work it into me also having time to stop at this RTN. I'd never been to one, so I was eager to kind of see what it was about, and I'd just been playing Levia locally up until then. But IKEA ended up being a horrible bust. We bought this couch, and then it wouldn't fit in our car, and then they didn't want to give us the refund right away. God, it was just a mess. And unfortunately, I had to dip right in the middle of us dealing with it. I literally left Sandra. Look, sorry for this, not to bring up bad memories. I literally left Sandra to deal with IKEA because I was getting so pissed about it, and took the car, went to the RTN, left her at IKEA in the middle of Chicago. Showed up at the RTN. The RTN was being held in a subway, by the way. Some people remember this from like the pictures on FabTCG. It was literally an RTN in a subway with like 40 people. It was insane. And I showed up with like my own, Levia, just my dinky little list that I've been playing. And I also was in like a rain jacket because I don't know, it was just a rain jacket. I didn't have another jacket. It was kind of cold. And then I was also in these thick sunglasses because I had a cut on my eye that had developed into an ulcer. And I was so light sensitive, like I couldn't see anything. So I had these thick black glasses on, and I was pissed about the IKEA thing. And I was stressing out because poor Sandra didn't have a car. She ended up having to like walk to the RTN, which is like a good hour and a half walk for her. Oh my god, how are we still together? That's awful. Well, this story is awful. But yeah, so that was the RTN. That was the RTN where I actually got top 4 with I guess, do we want to keep double blue into going second here? What did he pitch? Oasis Sigil? I kind of don't want the Phoenix Flame. The Phoenix Flame's like really low value. I'll just get rid of that. There we go. Yeah, that whole RTN, I don't even think I like played out of my mind. Just like no one knew what Levia did really. And this was like the chain meta, right? And the chain meta was, oh man, this hand sucks. All right, we're just gonna pretend he like Channel Lake Frigids here, and we get to do something with this hand. All right. I don't even think I played out of my mind. I just like played Levia the way I knew how, and I faced a lot of chain. And back then, for whatever reason, Levia just rolled chain. It only got harder after they banned seeds. I don't know what the hell changed. It was probably Rosetta. Like more than anything, it was Rosetta. Rosetta busted that deck. But yeah, those were some good games. Made it all the way to top 4. My only loss in Swiss was the Levia mirror match. Actually, I played against John, and he was playing Hexcore Levia, and I didn't even know what Hexcore honestly like did. I was not in tune with like all Levia builds. I was just doing what I was doing, and I lost the mirror match, and I think that's the only time ever I've lost to Levia. Only time ever. And it was a rude awakening because all of a sudden I thought, oh man, like maybe I'm not that good at this hero. Other people are kicking my ass. But then I still made top 8, beat Dash, made top 4. Unfortunately, lost top 4 to Derek on Katsu because I'd never played against Katsu before. And he's an insanely good player. He won like 3 RTNs that season. But at that event, when I was doing well with Levia, it was Roundtable Wraith. It was those guys who were so keen on like, whoa, man, like no one plays this hero well yet. Like, what are you doing differently? Blah, blah, blah. And I didn't really know that. I didn't have much of an outside world perspective on what was going on with Levia because I just played with my local group. And they were the ones that really kind of let me know that I was doing something special with Levia at all. I had no idea. This whole turn kind of sucks. I don't even really want to like throw CNC here. I'll be out Arsenal, and I won't even be able to afford resetting this. I mean, it's 6 damage, so I should do it, but it sucks. It sucks real bad. Yeah, this is awful. All right, we'll let it happen. Just gonna be how it is. We can hiccup this first turn. It's all right. We got our Shuko value, baby. What it was all about. Who knew dumping that Phoenix Flame would actually screw the turn so much? Well, at least we can pay into this. That's fine. We didn't put them all to waste. Rosetta should have been Elemental Runeblade only. It's so true. It's so unbelievably true. It makes me hurt to think like why they just didn't do that. It just makes the least amount of sense ever. The least amount of sense. 0. It is very frustrating to know that Rosetta is just not elemental. It's nuts. They just really love Runeblade. It ain't quite fair yet, but I'm convinced one day they'll love Brute. One day they'll come around and realize all the real homies play Brute, and LSS will want to support the real homies, and so they'll give us the love we deserve. That's the plan. He blocked with an Arctic. That's a pretty good Arsenal target, so he must really prioritize whatever this is. It might be a Frost Hex, because that's how Alberto plays this matchup, but it could be, I guess, another Arctic. It could be a Channel. But honestly, this is a really good Arsenal card, and it only blocks 2 otherwise, so I think this has to be some 2-block or a Channel. Okay, so what does that change about how we play this turn? Not much. If it's a Channel, then we're pretty happy to just do this Arsenal Art of War. Yeah. Okay. Of course, a bit of a hit effect, too. All the other token weapons in Tales of Aries say elemental, don't they? The token weapons, no, because Titan's Fist is the token guardian, and that one is generic. Okay, here's where we can get blown out, right? If we do banish this, and he blizzards, no, we'd still be able to play it, but like that does suck. I think we still banish it, because +1's relevant. We'll do it. Alright, he didn't... I don't know if there is a window actually for him to respond there, but he didn't respond. So sure, we'll come in now for 4. 4 is a good breakpoint. He also took... Okay, things are changing on his end. He took Metacarpus instead of the Ironhide. Oh, it's an Ice Eternal. I totally forgot about that card. That card's pretty good too. This is fine though. Depending on how much he pitches... Oh my god, he really cares about shutting off this turn. But why right now? Why right now? Why wouldn't you do that here? Like, we already cheesed in 8 damage now, and he's gonna eat this because he wants that in Arsenal. I don't... yeah, I don't think he's that comfy on Iyslander, guys. Oh, he had an Amulet Advice. Okay, well, in that case, I probably should have just let the damage go through so that he doesn't crack this here. Losing Art of War and Arsenal's pretty unfortunate. But, whatever. That was a misplay. Alright, I can't chastise everything he's doing because that was a misplay. Did you switch to Tunic because all the misplays with Furnace? No, Tunic is hands down better versus Iyslander. It was against Oldhim where we realized the error of my ways, Sam's ways, everyone but Shamir apparently. Shamir's on top of it. But anyone whose name is not Shamir wasn't chiming in about how good Furnace was into Oldhim. Not even Sam. And this was like Sam's deck. But we learned, like, this is why you play the games, right? You play the games, and now I'll never miss that because it got beaten into my skull from how much it hurt to misplay with Furnace into Oldhim. Like, it is night and day. Well, this hand doesn't really let us throw that much damage. But obviously, we'll still play for it. We'll still play for it. Alright, he's going to respond with Tunic. Cold Snap? Okay, well, we don't have an Arsenal anyway, so that's a pretty low priority. Oh god, then why'd he do it that way? Why would he crack Amulet knowing that he's going to Arsenal Cold Snap? You should just save Amulet there, because if I put the card in Arsenal, then Cold Snap actually has effect. So, yes. Freeze my non-existent Arsenal. I still don't know how to use Furnace. So, the beauty of what we discovered, and it was a good stream to figure this out, because it literally came up like 10 times. If Oldhim Ice reacts you, and you have 1 card left in hand, so ideally this is like a 2-card hand in Phi, which a 2-card hand in Phi should deal 7 damage, is what you expect. You come in for 3, you come in with Emberblade, you pay the 1 floating, come in with Phoenix. So it should be like a 7 damage hand, is what you expect. When you come in with those 2-card hands, and you come in with that first go again, dude, you haven't pitched anything yet. So Oldhim is inclined to Ice react you and make you top that card. But you can now respond with the Furnace, because you played a red, and then pitch your blue to Furnace and float 2 resources, and have nothing put on top of your deck because you're out of cards. And then with those 2 resources, you swing Emberblade. So you miss 1 damage because you can't Phoenix Flame, but you also took an entire card out of his hand for no real effect. He spent an entire card to block 1 damage, is what he did. So it was I mean, it's a very good line of play. I was very impressed by how good it was. All right, well, this is going to get the Spreading Flames buff. So we'll do it. So we'll do it. And it'll push our Shuko. Huh? So... yeah, I mean... we're going to lose a damage by doing it this way. I could have paid to put the Phoenix back now. And then Searing would actually get the plus buff as well. But if we do it this way, we get to Arsenal Command and Conquer. Which is probably better, because Command and Conquer can do a lot when we draw like a double blue hand. So I'm fine playing it that way. Then for 3, Shuko it up. Try to Oasis that sucker. Send Alberto to get tips and tricks from Ethnic Smoke. Yeah. Ethnic Smoke, I mean, there's a lot of really good Icelanders up on the rise. There's Ethnic Smoke for one. I mean, dude is insane. There's Levi, there's James, there's that other dude who did well at the Calling and Lille. I think he got like 16th or something, 13th. But yeah, there's a lot of really good Icelander players out there right now. Okay, so our hand sucks into any kind of Frostbite. But what especially sucks is Flame Call, so we can just go ahead and get rid of that. Alright, well, we want to pretend that we can lead with Brand first. Sure. Pretend. And he channels. Okay. Yep, so our turn just ends here. That's alright. It's unfortunate, but it's alright. Actually, with that kind of hand, there was probably... wow, with that kind of hand, actually, it was probably just better swing Command and Conquer. Just swing Command and Conquer. Doesn't matter about the tax, that's just what our turn is, and then Arsenal a go again piece. That was probably better in that situation. But whatever. We take pass now. This is unfortunate. We're still missing the blue. Still missing the blue. Still missing the blue. Scott Mine's got 13th into Calling. You're actually friends with him. Yeah. Okay, 13th. That's what it was. Yeah, I've seen him on Twitter talking about that. It's crazy how different so many of the Icelander lists are. Is what's so surprising to me. Like he was really hot on the Weather Vane, Ice and Howl Weather Vane, as being like his Guardian tech. I hadn't seen that before. Alright, well, with Channel, we can't do too much, can we? We can't do much at all. We could pitch everything for CNC. That sounds pretty awful. We could also just pitch all of these away to swing Emberblade just to try to cycle for more blues. So, or we could just swing the most damage right now, which is Snatch. I'm actually more inclined to do that. Let's just deal the most damage this hand can do. Which is just 4. Just 4. Blocks with the CNC. I'll take that. Don't throw CNC at me, dude. I'd hate it. Alright, drawing Phoenix was weird. I don't like... yep, oh well. Maybe he makes me discard. That'd be nice. Okay. I guess I could pitch the Phoenix in now. Once again, my hand's missing a blue. This is rough. But... I mean, Channel's sticking then, so... if I keep this whole hand, I can at least swing CNC and set something in Arsenal. So that's worth it. That's worth it. Just for a go tall turn. And it'll put us at Tunic 3 into when we actually have Arsenal set up with a good card to deny Coronet. So we'll get rid of this. Spreading's even a little risky just because it costs 1. So I'd rather just be Ronin. Rather just the 0 for 3 Gyogen in Arsenal. Here comes another channel. Alright. We'll let this happen. Thank God there's no like priority pass at the very start of your turn. That would make dealing with channels so more unfortunate. Because this is why we try to just go tall this turn. Playing through that without a blue anyway would be awful, but just with the one action point, it means anything he does trickery-wise doesn't really affect us. Blocking with Coronet? You don't have an arsenal anymore, though. Like you just take this. Yeah, just take it. Waning Moon with Tunic. Uh-huh. So we eat a lot of damage. But it's nothing we could do. We just drew all reds for 2 turns on his channels. The little would have been insane there. But, you know, we're opening ourselves up to draw those anyway. Just because we haven't seen them in a bit. And they are in the deck. So, hopefully next turn. It doesn't matter, there's going to be a shuffle. Arsenal. Oh my god, dude, what is this? Deck, 3 hands in a row now, all reds? That is wild. That is a little wild. I feel like there's only the one turn we double drew blue. And there's like 16 blues in the deck. Okay, well, not much use complaining about it. It's just the way it is. Get that out of there. Actually, I should have discarded that rather than pitch it in. That should have been a discard at this point. Oh no, I've only found the one Phoenix. That's right, I pitched the other Phoenix. I thought if the other Phoenix was in the graveyard, then I should have gone ahead and discarded that, but never mind. Alright, so we just gotta deal with this one more time. Once again, this hand deals 4 damage maximum. So that's what we try to do. If we can somehow... Alright, what's happening? Cold Snap? That's fine. Freeze my arsenal. Have fun with that. Can't use it anyway. I'll go ahead and pitch this for the HP probably. It's quite nice to have, but we're not convinced that we get away with him not having a channel next turn. We're not convinced it breaks. So we'll probably just use it to protect HP here. And of course dig for more blues. That'd be nice. Alright, there's a blue and 2 yellows, but once again, I really think it sticks, right? Because he'll just pay for something, pay for Waning Moon, and that's the ice he needs. Let's see it. Yep, there we go. Cross-X and Insidious, so channel will stick once again. So with channel sticking, a yellow can at least pay for Ronin Blaze, Arsenal, Art of War. So a blue could pay for that through a Frostbite as well. So we can go ahead and protect HP here. Because we're getting pinged twice, so it's just efficient. Because next turn we might not get pinged twice. Although we probably would anyway, because... Well, no, because we're trying to break the Frostbite. It's not probably dealing damage to us. So. Alright, well... He's starting to climb ahead on damage because of how many turns this here card is putting in work. That's how it is. But if it breaks going to the next turn with our Art of War and Tunic, that could be potentially pretty big. It could be. We haven't seen a Blizzard yet, though, and that is scary. Because if he starts chaining all these channel turns into just a Blizzard shutout turn, yeah, that wouldn't feel so nice. Would not. Okay, sink. Well, he hasn't played anything out of Arsenal, so we have the option to just swing Ember here for 3 damage, but the Art of War is going to present more than that. And I'm inclined to put it there because... Oh, he Blizzards now. Oh, God. That can't be right. You should just hold that. I'm more than happy to just, I mean, that's my turn anyway. That is my turn anyway. Yeah, take away, go again. We're fine with that. Why wouldn't you play it on the first attack? Unless he sunk into it? Okay. Questions. So many questions. So many questions. We pay. We arsenal. And this is pretty darn good if channel doesn't stick. Which, as far as we know, it just can't. Because, yep, you would need 3 ice, which is just not possible here. So we take all this damage. It is quite a bit. It is quite a bit, but we just saw a blizzard gone. We just saw a blizzard gone. So unless that's like an ice eternal, we should probably be pretty set to just run away with the game here. We're going to play at the Art of War first because it could be Cold Snap, I guess. We just saw him pitch one and he played one. Oh, it can't be Cold Snap. He played 2. Even so, we'll just play this out now. We know we want to pitch the blue for it anyway. So we'll start with this. Start with this. Leave the tunic as a thing we could potentially pay into Frostbite's for. That's always a cheeky little thing. We'll banish Lava Vein. Nice. We like where this is going so far. Didn't respond with anything yet. Good Art of War again. We could also just save the Art of War for next turn, but we do want to push lethal this turn, I guess. Which, I mean, we would be with these. I'll Art of War again here, just to push it across the board, and we do want to dig for a blue anyway. Nice. Wow. This is awesome. Here comes our blue. Show the brand. We don't want to show the lava burst. Wow, this is this line up really well. Thank you, Art of War. Channel the Bleak Expanse would have been insane, right? Channel the Bleak Expanse would just kind of stop everything. But it didn't happen. Didn't happen. Okay, well, there's the minnow for us to feel pretty safe just running away with everything here. Okay, brand next. Why not? God, coming in for 5. 0 for 5. Go again. Sheesh. I actually want to avoid paying into Searing, because that's how our turn gets stopped before the Rupture. I would rather just play the cards we have and keep the blue around to pay into stuff like these Frostbites that are coming. So he's going to... So he pitched a Hypothermia. Nice. Oh, he's thinking about it. Yep. Fusing with a red Aether Hail. Okay. This is fine. Now here comes the Waning Moon that we will go ahead block 1 of, end up with 2 Frostbites, and just kind of continue on our merry way. Gonna Storm Striders the Aether Hail. Ooh. Now that gets spicy. Now that gets spicy, because then that is pushing 3 Frostbites through. That's pushing 3 Frostbites through. So actually, we could just Tunic now. Yeah, we can just Tunic now. Just take the 4, gain 4 Frostbites, and then just play through it anyway with our blue and Tunic. I think it's fine. Yeah, I don't think we really care. Oh, but actually, damn it. Playing the ice card is going to give another Frostbite. That's the difference. That is the difference. So we'd end up with 5 or 4. 5 or 4. Doesn't matter because both are going to neg us the 1 red card that we would otherwise want. Yeah, right now we can't just lead into the Rupture anyway, because this is only Chain Link 2. We can't pay in for the Phoenix, so the best we can do is, yeah, we'll just lose the Lava Burst into pitching in for all this stuff. into Blaze, into Phoenix. I mean, that's still a really good turn. So I think that's fine. Unless this is a 0 cost that throws in another Frostbite, then of course things get a lot harder to handle. They do. But as of now, this is fine. And we can even afford to pay into the 1 Arcane, so that we only end up with the 4 total, because that's what these 4 are going to go towards. So we could just save the HP this way. Yep, we'll end up with 4 total. That's all right. Okay. And now we continue on. Pay for all this stuff. I'll get you real big. We can actually still potentially... Oh, wait, we can mask. Oh, this turn's nuts. Wait, and now he plays Hypothermia. What is going on, Alberto? Alright, well now I'll just layer this, and we'll just... Wait, pay 2? Why? Pitch 0 of 2? Oh, actually, this isn't the third... Oh, that's right, the Belittle was... Yeah, okay, whatever. Whatever, we don't get to save that in Arsenal. It's fine. Alright, buddy, you're just gonna take 6 damage, though, and your Storm Starters are gone, and you won't have Arsenal, so I should just win. Yeah. Okay. Are you like an Emberblade into Elsa? Shouldn't Kodachi 5 be running Emberblade in that matchup? Well, right now, this isn't actually... This is still got Kodachi in it, but it's just for... It's just for Dromai. After playing with Sam and seeing how just off-the-top aggressive Emberblade Fly can be, it's probably better than like more mid-rangey Kodachis. I was preferring Kodachis a lot. Like, really loving that build. You really would just chase value of Spreading Flame. Like, the whole point of the deck was just plink down some damage, go wide, always threaten interaction because of Mask, but then your damage turns weren't normally just off the top. Your damage was like very average played that way. But if you set up your Spreading Flames with Brand, like a Brand in Arsenal, knowing you'll draw into Spreading Flames, by running 9 Brand of Cinderclaws, you could have these turns where you got to Spreading Flames, Brand, Kodachi, and Brand's going to give the Kodachis Draconic, and it could make Spreading Flames, you know, just be a 1 for 8 alone, not counting everything else your turn did. So I was really liking that playstyle. It felt more like you had a cohesive goal that you were trying to execute each game, where it's all right, like I'll whittle them down and have my kill turn. Whereas this, like, just more aggressive Emberblade Fi just tries to rip cards off the top, go crazy with it. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it's different. It is different. Well, he's at 3, so we'll just do this. It's different. It's a different build of the deck. But Sam is convinced it is the better way to play, so I'm giving it time. I'm feeling it out. All right, we could punt again if we don't draw the go again card. All right, well, we're gonna have to Tide Flippers, but at least it's possible. That's what Tide Flippers is in here for, so you can just, you know, play through the one choke hand. Also, AB1. AB1's, you know, that's a thing. All right, Tide Flippers. Flip them tides. Give me go again. Oh, here we go. Whee! Yay, go again. We love go again. Into Lava Vein. And then we pay for Phoenix, and then we Rupture. Then we Rupture. I guess he could... No, even if he sigils... Wait a second, what is he doing? Even if he sigils, Waning Moon won't be able to swing because he hasn't played anything. Alright, well, there's that. That's fine. Now we add this to hand. Come in for 3. And then we come in for 6. Which will not be death. It won't be death. Turn this back off. It won't be death, but it'll be a lot of damage. Unless he had a 0 block in hand. Ice still. Alright, well. Those were some Icelander games. They definitely were some Icelander games. They were games of Flesh and Blood that involved Icelander. I think we'll probably switch up the matchup here. Waiting for his reply. Alright, we're going to switch it to Dorinthia. And he is a Dorinthia main, so this should be scarier. It should be a lot scarier. Oops, that's not it. Let's copy that deck list again. Browse. Nope. Tools, deck builder. Copy. Here. Create. Copy. Share. There we go. All right, Dorinthia. I put these in the thumbnail because I knew Alberto would be the opponent tonight, and those are the decks he's in charge of, Dorinthia and Icelander. So sweet, we will actually get to show them both off. I was hoping there'd be time for it. It looks like there will be. All right, Dorinthia versus Phi. I've yet to lose this, but it is a scary matchup. It is a scary matchup. That is for damn sure. I'm interested to see you play against Dori. I usually get rolled. All right, well let's check it. Reinforce the line is funny, so we'll put it in. Out these. Probably run it that way. I hate running all these non-blocks, so we really just hope that we can get them out. We really hope we can get them out. Should be fine. Should be fine. Let's go. Yeah, we'll go second, because we are on mask. We are on mask furnace, so we'll demand blocks first. Go second. All right, I've got this delicious pasta in front of me that's probably cold now. So there should be like enough of a noise gate that you probably don't hear the chomping, but let me know. Delicious. Here. Look at this. Delicious. We've got some meatballs, scallions, broccoli. Yo Mama's red sauce that I failed to open. Spaghetti. Nice. We just didn't have food, so we just ran to Walmart and grabbed a quick meal. Ooh, well. Well, this would pull the Phoenixes out of the deck. It would do that. But will I be able to keep this hand? Who knows? You never know. Nope. We do not get to keep this hand. That's also very interesting. I'm not going to question anything Alberto does in this game because he's like way too good of a Dorinthia player for me to have like any hope of like questioning him. But that is already interesting. I'm not questioning. It's just interesting. All right. All right. So ideally, we'd like block 8 here, which sucks because all these are 2 blocks. So that that means give the whole hand. Yep. All right. There goes the whole hand. Cool. Mulligan. Full mulligan. I mean, he spent a Warrior's Valor. That's the kind of like we must block type of card that him going second I would have been pretty damn scared of. Well, this is a hand. This hand does enough. I mean, we're threatening mask, right? So this is fine. Drawing Phoenix now is like obviously better than any other point in the game. So we would have preferred this to actually even in this situation we're fine with it being the Phoenix instead of the Flame Call because the Flame Call costing 1 is a little bit awkward with this. A little bit awkward. All right, it's all about these mass triggers. Even without ooh. I feel like when people use that card early, it is such a punt. There's no, like, this is the best card to just hold because it is, you can play greedy with it. You can play greedy. You can just use it like this. Or you can use it when your hand is actually non-functional and it saves you the game. So it's when I prefer to use it, but interesting. He's blocking there, but it's still going to hit. So this leads me to want to actually push a little bit. I'm intrigued. We can go wide enough that Mask is threatened again, and he just blocked with a card. If we get another card out of his hand, that's pretty big. If we get another equipment now, it's just better for our later turns. Yeah, because it's either Phoenix. Oh, actually, no, I wouldn't even... Yeah, the other Phoenix won't be free unless I do swing with Emberblade. Alright, I guess it's Emberblade. It's going to be a no Arsenal type of turn. That's alright. Unless Mask hits. Blocks with a twinning. Blocks with a twinning. Alright, we sneak through even more damage. This I'm going to Arsenal, though. Just because it doesn't actually threaten anything here. So, I guess it's like a half Arsenal kind of turn. Half Arsenal kind of turn. Alright, this hand does not block. This hand just don't be blocking. It's a little scary. We love to see... Alright, well, it blocks a little bit. If I let this hit, then I likely can just block the Lava Vein on the second swing. The Lava Vein we don't need for this hand to work. So we're going to let this one hit. Why would you Refraction, you Warrior's Valor? Oh, I guess he's going to say no. Oh, okay, I thought that means he committed. Alright, he just has the toggle on. Alright, so we're going to block 3. If he actually pumps it, it's not the biggest deal because he misses Arsenal, so we'll be fine to just kind of reset it next turn. Yeah, doesn't super matter. Doesn't super matter. Okay, and then our hand is just a bit of a barf. It's just damage. Just damage. Here we go. Threatening Mask. He's obviously going to want to keep his cards, right? Because he wants to push something big with Dawnblade now. So we're going to lead with our big attacks first. Alright, there he goes. Throwing in the equipment. And we will throw out the Phoenix Flame here because it gives us Shuko value. So it was fine with me. Get him down low. How low can he go? Alright, this hand's pretty good. It's a good defensive hand because it lets us just return Blaze Headlong for 4. Lets us block for 7 and be a little cheeky about it. Potentially block for more with Lava Burst. Although Lava Burst and Arsenal would be nice. So yeah, this is fine. So now we're going to block 6 here. He's going to try to pump it. Or not. Alright, we're going to let that resolve. He's going to search something. He's going to search the glint. He's going to play the glint. And then we are going to buff the defense. And kind of shut him down. Yeah, that's fine. So returning a 1-card hand for 4 is above rate. So we probably should just do it now. If we do Arsenal the Blaze Headlong, it can build into a better Mask momentum turn for us just by giving us the ability to go wider, and that's probably more important into disrupting what the Dorinthia wants to do. And if we do just end up eating what his next turn is, then I would prefer the 5 cards back into him. So while it is good, it's not a Snatch. Like, Snatch, I would obviously throw at him here. But a Blaze, I don't think so. We will Arsenal. Alright, this hand's okay to block with as well. Hand is all right. All right, so he comes in for 3. This is where run through is such a big card for Dorinthia, because in the past, like, it had to be glint, and when they glint here, it's bad value, right? So like, it could also be refraction bolters, but either way, like, we're just not going to block in this position. Then he run throughs. Yep, it's fine. A sink there would be amazing, but we don't got it. Warrior's Valor, Rayforge, into this. So now what he's setting up is the refraction bolters. Wait, no, that wouldn't change anything, right? Because it would need to be twinning for it to like actually swing again. So he just played it for the buff. So we can take 8 here to return this hand. If we block it all, it plays into this being a pump. But we're going to end our turn with a CNC. So that's going to be more disruptive with him having used armor. So we are going to take the 8 here. And Art of War on like CNC Blaze turn is pretty nice. So we will take it. We will take it. Okay, he just hasn't unclicked that. It keeps popping up. It's freaking me out, but... Okay, yeah, arsenal that, please. Alright, I mean, it doesn't really matter that we know it's glistening because we're going to pressure no matter what that was. Yeah, so we will Art of War. Just because breakpoints are going to matter quite a bit. Banish these. Sync is alright. I mean, our turn now gets to... Our turn plays out. It's not bad. Comes in for 4, 5, 7. Arsenal pressure. And mass pressure. We like that. He's going to really try to not block here, because this is when he could potentially just take momentum. What he doesn't know, though, this is actually like kind of the best pivot turn we're ever going to have into Dori, because we're coming in with Command and Conquer for 7, plus arsenaling a Sink Below. That is nuts, and he just chump blocked on that, because he's trying to block the mask preemptively. We really like this. We really like this. This is so big. This is so big. Say juicy. Where's your block, buddy? Where's your block? Holy shit. We did it. That hit the glistening. He's really prioritizing keeping up the counters, but now we've got the Sink Below. Pretty nice. This hand sucks, though, so sinking is actually quite nice. Because, it comes in for 4. Sinking is quite nice because this hand doesn't really do anything. So... we could say no blocks and then sink. He's definitely trying to set up the refraction or the run through. If it's run through, then sink is a blowout. If he's putting all his eggs on refraction, then it's still a blowout. Sink from Arsenal, also pretty strong. We can like really bluff the turn where we block with a 3 plus equipment, and then he'll try to either force something through and then we sink it, or we just go for sink alone. This hand's really bad though, so I'm more inclined to try to just block with some of these. I'm praying a lot for the sink to actually do something to fix this hand. I also don't mind just like completely overblocking because Snatch is fine just as a return. It's not bad either. We just block with all this. Just return Snatch. That's the best part. It's the best thing we can do here. I think we're fine with this. If he twinnings to try to blow out, we just sink anyway. This hand's just not functional enough. So we'll just reset the Dawn Blade, go in with our... Okay, he's gonna glint. Draw a card. It's fine. That's 2 glints gone now. The arsenals. Okay. We are fine with how that played out. Now we just snatch. We don't care about the hit, obviously, so he's gonna let it through. But just a 1-card hand for 4 is quite good. That would have been a good turn for Crown if he had it. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, Crown is not a card you use greedily. Like 0%. Alright. That's interesting he blocks that way. Getting rid of a blue and a pump. I feel like you'd always keep the pump there. Me drawing does nothing. This hand's really good. With his small hand, we're just gonna let everything through. Ooh, we do have the chance now. He's really trying to refraction bolters this. He's really trying to refraction bolters that. If we just sink now, we kind of blow him out. But also this turn just won't be that scary. We let this hit, he uses refraction. That's a huge threat gone. Just for him then to pump it, swing it, and then we probably just take that damage as well, keep the sink. I don't think this is scary enough. We're just gonna let this damage through. Oh my god, he didn't even use refraction. Oh, so his hand was just not functional is why he blocked down. That's crazy. That is crazy. Alright, here we go. Big turn. Greetings, size matters. Greetings. Here comes Spreading Flames. And then we'll Flame Call. So it's going to pull out our friend Phoenix Flame. Getting that last Phoenix Flame out the deck, also huge. Also very huge. It's going to push the Spreading Flame to new heights. It's going to give us the Shuko. That All You Got is a good card, though. That is a good card. That'll help him out a little bit, but we're still taking so much of his turn. Now we can go for another Phoenix. Let's keep spreading this out. And then this is just, you know, one more damage, so we use it over weapon. Okay. I mean, he draws one card, so he's going to just swing Dawnblade. Doesn't matter. Oh, this hand's cracked, too. Alright, we almost do want to sink, though, just because we don't have a resource card. This card doesn't really do anything anyway. Card doesn't do anything. I almost want to sink just to get it out, because if we draw like any resource or almost like any card other than this card, it's better. But losing the sink is kind of really weird in this spot. So we could just also block with it. Just because it doesn't do anything. Yeah, we'll just block with it. Oop, flash. Okay. And then our turn, we're going to lead with this. Get this. We're going to come in with this for 6. Big turn indeed. Oh yeah. Very yummy. Yummy turn. Just like this pasta. Wow, he's playing so off the back foot. Playing off the back foot into 5 is not a winning game. I leak way too much damage. He's got to commit to actually trying to flip the turn, but it could have been an all-red turn. Because so far we see double red. So you could have just kind of bricked. Going to Phoenix. We get our next Phoenix for free, and it's Shuko'd. Oh, that All You Got. Wow, that's also so low value. Why would you that All You Got this one? If you know my next attack's a Phoenix. Because it's free. You just wasted 1 life. Alright. Just is what it is, though. Luggage still missing? Yes. Yes. You want to see this bullshit? It is unreal. Unreal. They send me updates as if the updates mean anything. Where, how? At this point, this is like a 2-day-old piece of information. Look at when it was created. Look at when they told me it was coming. They're like, oh, 9.2, initially expected 9.8. Jesus, that is just like, it's just a lie. Like at that point, don't get my hopes up if it's such a blunder. Just, oh, it's disgusting. So disgusting. This hand's not great. I can't believe we've had so much room to just sit on sink. It's kind of hilarious. We don't need it in this hand, though. So we'll just cycle the Cinder Skin. Yep. We'll just cycle the Cinder Skin, because this hand is pretty weak otherwise. Oh, literally exact same power level hand. Did nothing. Did nothing, but, you know, we don't super mind because small damage is damage that probably leaks. So, not the biggest deal. Not the biggest deal. He blocks with Brave Forge. Oh, Alberto. That just is not right. It's just not right. Like, ay, ay, ay. Alright, we'll hold this last card, because all he knows it could be a Rupture card. We'll make him scared. Alright. And here we come. Threatening Mask. Threatening Mask. Like, when you know the chain can go 4 long because of the cards I have, there's just no way you block the first one. Like, I mean, yes, it blocked 1, so it completely shut it out, but at the same time, like, my hand easily reads as going 4 long because I had 3 cards. 3 cards is 4 long in Fi, 1000%. Alright, and at this point, like, we don't even really need to care about what he does. Like, we can just eat his turn. Oh, okay, we can't eat this turn. Never mind. We can't eat this turn. Funny enough, our hand does kind of suck into this, though. The Lava Burst is relatively unplayable here. We'd rather pitch these in, at least get our Phoenix out with this kind of hand. So we're going to play that, and then sink, probably, his pump. If he has double pump, obviously, we're scared. Oh. Okay. Let's see what he goes for. Let's see what he goes for. He goes for twinning. That's interesting. Yeah, but we don't hate that, because if he then twinnings it, we'll just, you know, dump our 3 block on it, and we're fine. So, yeah, we'll just cover this up. He'll twinning. It's fine. Is completely fine. And then we'll go ahead and sink, because we would prefer, obviously, to find a different 3 block. Or even this. This hand's fine. Alright, so now he has to pitch in Dawnblade. Okay. So if we want to play super safe to shut this out, then we can just Lava Vein Furnace Mounting. We definitely do want to block it, because the thing he can do here is if we don't, then he can Refraction, and Dorinthia hasn't triggered yet. We definitely do want to block it out. The most he could have here is just +3. So we do want to block 6. We do definitely want to block 6. So one of the better ways to do that actually is blocking here, and then going ahead and sacking one of our other pieces of equipment. Mask is still very threatening because he's low on armor. Chico's not going to get value next turn. So it could be this. Just because he definitely has to respect Mask still. Mask without any armor is going to be such a big deal for him. So we'll do this. And we just shut out his turn. And then we still come in for our Phi turn, which is 2-card hand for 7. Oh, Jesus. He reset. Wait, he reset for what reason? Oh, he didn't Arsenal. Okay, he just didn't Arsenal. So we're still going to play everything out the way he did. Which was, I believe, this. Then he singings, yep. Grabs twinning, we sync. Sync spreading. Yep. He twinnings. Let's go through it all. Uh-huh. No. Swing again. Swing again. Undo. There you go. Come on. We got it. Uh-huh. Pass. Yep. I think I'm lagging out. Pass. Lag check. Nope. Okay, pass. Now he swings again. This is when we got rid of all of these. Oh, there we go. All right. Now we're back to it. All right. So what's cool here is that this 2-card hand still threatens mask. That's what we're trying to do here, because he's out of equipment, so ideally he just keeps giving us a real card, which he should probably do because, you know, he's dead, regardless, if he just doesn't block anything. So this is when we probably get a real card out of him. And then we still leak another one. And he just, like, can't really keep this up for that long. Oh, so in theory, I guess it didn't matter which one I blocked with there, because, it didn't matter which equipment piece I blocked with there because the next turn cycle wasn't going to do either. It wasn't going to proc either of those. Shuko wasn't going to proc that turn, and Mask definitely wouldn't proc. Otherwise, he's dead, right? So actually, in theory, Mask should have been the block because he just can't take that or he dies. Whereas if I kept Shuko, there's a chance I don't have to block with armor this turn. Then Shuko would have gotten the buff. So actually, that was wrong. It should have been Mask, not Shuko. So he plays Iron Song Determination. I just don't think we care anymore about what he's doing. Like, we'll save these in case there's like a real blowout coming, but he's not going to deal 18, and this hand's pretty cracked. So we just win. We just win. Yeah, same deal. We just don't care. I'll take it. I'll take it because now you're dead. Because now you are dead. So we'll lead with the least disrespectful cards first, and then we'll scare him. So all he sees so far is like, oh, this is, you know, just normal Fi shit, blah blah blah. But then, yeah, so we'll keep concealing information because it's funny. Here we go. Here's our Phoenix for 1. Here's our Phoenix for 1. Here's our double strike for 1 though. So you gotta give me a real card. 3 die. Oh, or he just takes it. GG's. Alright, well, that's how you play against Dorinthia. I think the one, like, huge mistake was obviously Crown. Crown is just, like, the most greedy thing in the world to use there. However, the way we played CNC on that turn would have meant he cycles out Glistening regardless. And getting rid of Glistening is just massive for this kind of matchup because it's the card that turns the tide with aggro. So, yes, he used it at a weird point, but it would have changed what he blocks with because he used it to stop Mask, and it definitely would have changed a lot of the game. But it was definitely wrong for him to use it because CNC was a thing. So I would have liked to see how the game played out if he didn't Crown on like turn 2. All right, so I'll go first. So it is different though, quite different between Dorinthia going first or second. Dorinthia going second immediately demands a lot of respect, right? It immediately demands respect because she can just kind of start to roll you with damage right out the gate. But even so, like, I think our deck is built really well to handle this matchup. That wasn't that stressful. Because you have to remember, Dorinthia's, without a counter, Dorinthia's, like, pretty much maximum damage is going to be around 12. Like, you know, with enough resources, enough pumps and everything, her damage is going to be about 12. And I ended that game at 14. So I was still like an entire greedy turn cycle off. Oh, this is nice. We drew this. I like that. I was still like an entire turn cycle off from really being scared. All right. Well, we will Arsenal Art of War. and still cheek in some damage. Yeah, sneaky damage, sneaky damage. Getting that Phoenix out is also so massive. I do not want to draw. I do not want to draw the non-block. And here we come in for 2. Probably takes another real card. That all you got? Okay. Okay, him seeing that all you got turn 1 also is completely irrelevant. So we'd like to see that as well. I think that really played out pretty much best we could hope for. And we Arsenal Art of War. This is pretty good. It's a pretty good going second hand as well. Holy shit. This is quite good. We would have preferred like an extra 3 block because probably what we're doing is just tossing in one of these and then reinforce the line. Oh, Steel Blade? Alright, well, we're just always going to block this turn out. Like, I don't... Okay. Yeah, I'm not that scared of this turn. Unless that's like an Iron Song, right? If it's an Iron Song, that could be kind of a big deal. How are the matches going? I am 4-0. 4-0. Just beat... Or no, 5-0. Beat Icelander 4 times. Corinthia once. This is more interesting. It is more interesting. So, because he played the Warrior's Valor, I do have to block this. If I take the complete off turn, then he just arsenals, sets up into a real 5 cards. So ideally, I'd want to find a way where I can just keep these 2. Which would mean I sack Furnace, one of these, and Reinforce. Keep these 2 for 7 on the back. Because I really need to keep something for him to respect Mask, or he's going to start to take away the game. It's just also awkward to use Furnace so early. If it's an Iron Song, it's still definitely a blowout. I think we're going to play as if it's not Iron Song. I'm going to pretend. It can't be Iron Song, right? It's never Iron Song. Beautiful. Beautiful. Lost a bit of equipment, but, you know, it's the cost of going first in this matchup. It's definitely the cost of going first. Is you have to start respecting things. That at least was a situation where we didn't have to waste cards over blocking. We legitimately just, like, blocked as we should. So that feels nice. It doesn't feel like you got baited into blocking in a weird way. Alright, so now that we leaked some more damage, we've got more of a cushion playing into a turn where we just don't block. Ooh, like this a little bit. Actually, we don't love it. We like it, but we don't love it. Actually, I think we hate this. Never mind. I take it all back. Okay, so he didn't give it go again, so this is another one of those run-through type of situations. It's so gross not to have an extra 3 block, because it'd be so nice to just block with both of these. And then he tries to pump it, and then we just sink. But it doesn't have to be run through, right? Like, it could just be glistening, or, glint. It's just glint, or if it's refraction now, we don't hate it. I mean, with this turn, it really could be kind of like a snaps pop-off turn. No, it wouldn't, right? Because this is gonna add in. Phoenix would just be for 3 into Snatch. Even if we snaps on Snatch, then we wouldn't be able to Lava Burst because we wouldn't be on Chain Link 4. Ooh, someone subscribed. Thank you, thank you. This hand does kind of suck, so I can just block with the whole thing. I could just block with the whole thing. I could. The issue is, though, I can block like here. So I could block here, and then I could try to sink. And just block clean 6, and then he'll have to pump over. And he's going to pump over, but then on the next swing, all I can really afford to do is block 3. And so if he even pays into Brave Forge, it's going to be a bit of a blowout. But we're going to play to just return Snatch, though. I'd prefer that. It sucks a little bit, for sure. And it's, like, very telegraphed what we're trying to do here. But maybe he doesn't have the pump. Like, maybe this is just a run-through type of turn from him. And if that's the case, like, obviously huge. Obviously huge. I mean, this just screams we have reinforced the line, or not even reinforced line, has to be sink below. But you gotta call the bluff sometimes. You can't just play around everything. You play for what your best hand can be into kind of that mediocre hand on, oh yeah, see, here we go. Here we go. So now we're gonna sink, but we're not gonna sink the lava burst because it's a 3-block at worst case. All right, so maybe he just doesn't have the pump. Maybe he doesn't. I think I'm a god. I think I'm a god. We don't even hate holding this for next turn just because it's a 3-block, so we're just going to come in for 4. I really like playing in a Dorinthia when it's not freaking Levia. With Levia, you don't actually get to respect everything because you have to turn off Blood Depth. It's so annoying. But almost any other hero into Levia's or into Dorinthia is pretty fun because you actually have to think a lot. Oh man. I'm probably not blocking with this hand. Not gonna lie, dude. This hand, I think I just go for it. You do what you want this turn, Alberto. You go for it. You go for it. Because even him spending an entire card just for the go again is pretty weak value in terms of how much damage he's going to pump out. So he also pitches with that all you got. So that really tells me that my turn's pretty free to go aggressive here. Yeah, I'm pretty free to just roll this turn, I think. Sure, we'll take it. We'll take it. Okay. So he dealt 7 damage off of 3 cards. That is pretty awful. That is like actually an awful rate, right? It's horrible. He's gonna stick a counter. I guess he doesn't even have to stick a counter. Like now we can think about blocking this a bit more. I don't want to though, because the potential of a Spreading Flames auto return is just a little too nuts. I think we'll just let him get the counter and just start to take away the game if we can. He's got his counter and his arsenal and an E-Pot. It's definitely scary, but we're about to have quite a big turn. Buff, banish, get rid of this. Whoa. This is a lot of damage that's about to come through. Good. Looks like good damage. Oh man, I just realized what I look like with this hair. I'm not a huge fan, I apologize. My hair is like being very, very frizzy, very curly today. This is pretty nuts. Now, unfortunately, like the damage multipliers, okay, he's using it again without having seen a CNC yet. I think that's so wrong, but let it be, let it be. Now, what's unfortunate here is the damage multipliers are only going to hit 2 things. It's only going to hit the Phoenix and the Lava Burst, but can't complain too much. They're going to be massive. And we're still going to go 3 wide enough for him to not have, like, he should not have blocked here. Come on, Alberto. That's not how you block against Mask in this. Like, for 1000%, because, like, it's just obviously 3 attacks coming. Now, this is going to demand him to block again, and he really doesn't want to. Like, he already committed equipment, so he wants to keep his cards in hand. But now we're going to threaten Mask again on some pretty massive attacks. Like, look at this. This is, what, 9 damage? Yeah, that's 9 damage. We can be very greedy and snaps it, but that's a little ridiculous. I think we're happy enough to just Arsenal whatever we draw off Mask here. Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah, we'll Arsenal that, 1000%. 1000%. This is another hand where we don't have to respect it. He has damage he can throw at us this turn. It's true. He has damage. But he doesn't have armor anymore. And we have a lot of armor. We have a lot of armor. Oh, it's a Steel Blade turn though? Fuck. That's... Wait, is it another Steel Blade turn? Is that what just happened? He played 2 Steel Blades? That's interesting. Wow, that's very interesting. How big is that first swing then? Because in theory, we could actually Art of War defensively and say banish from Arsenal. Wait, buddy. So what? That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 8, and he's got 3 in hand, which at most could be up to 14, which we definitely don't have 14 block. Even if we do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, it would take our entire equipment suite plus pitching Art of War and blocking with all these cards. This is a very scary turn, though, because the Steel Blades are going to persist through Go again. The fact he didn't play Glistening is quite nice. Maybe we can just tank through it. It'd be a little insane, but we could try. I'm down to experiment. I'm down to experiment. Our hand is just, it's going to present lethal, is the thing. Will he be able to present lethal? I don't think so. This is a very strange situation. I think we're just going to pass, though. Like, we're just going to let this happen. It sounds crazy, but it would just take a little bit too many of our resources to make this worth it. A little too many resources. And there's no way he presents lethal off this. He's just going to see a lot of cards, but like, will they necessarily do anything? They could if he draws like a twinning in here. That'd be nuts. If he drew a twinning from this, then that's a big deal. But I think we saw him block with 2 twinnings so far. 1 twinning. It's pretty likely then. Could be a thing. But we're not going to play into blocking anything, because then he could singing and actually pull the twinning. Okay, he's just pumping it up. Yep, we don't super care. We don't super care. Pretty funny. Pretty funny that we don't care about this, right? Like, that's a little insane. That was an insane turn from him, but like, what do you do with all this? Nothing. Like, he just gets to Arsenal. Oh, shoot. That had Go again from... Oh, he cracked Refraction Bolters. Oh, okay. Well, that's different. This now makes it different. This does make it different, because this is what actually could flip the game. This could flip it, because he's out of equipment, but now he'd have a 5-card hand. And so he would be able to play through most of what we're going to throw at him. I'm not sure. Oh, thank you for the... I think that's a subscription if it says join the league. Thank you, thank you. This is rough. One thing we could do here is block with Lava Burst plus a piece of equipment and say Art of War plus and banish. That would get rid of this hit effect. We'd be at the mercy of whatever those 2 draws were plus Awakening. And Awakening hopefully pulling the Phoenix. So we'd need those 2 draws to basically be a red and a blue. Let me think about this a bit more, because our turn right now, the damage it's dealing is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we're demanding 2 cards from hand. If we just play through this entire hand as is. Huh. Not to mention Mask. Demanding 2 cards. He's going to have Arsenal plus 3. Full 4-card hand with him at 2 counters is pretty damn scary. Nope. I think we take it. I think we take it, and we try to let our next hand with our full 7 armor left be our pivot. into blocking out the Dawnblade, because he has to block with 2 cards on our next attack. On our next turn, rather. He has to. Got my Cold Full Waning Moon tonight on 5. Beautiful things. Beautiful things, my friend. Yeah, I actually have, for the first time since moving to New York, I'll be going to an armory tomorrow, because there's a store that started supporting Flesh and Blood, so that's pretty badass. Pretty amazing. Yeah, we'll give this the breakpoint. Yeah, breakpoint. Breakpoint. And this would come in for just 3. I would rather this bait out the block now. That we can go Phoenix, make him block weird there into Brand. Yep, that's fine. Phoenix. Okay, that's what we expect. What we expect into Phoenix. That he's gonna eat. There's no more equipment. Into Phoenix for 2. That he will likely eat. Because once again, no equipment. Or you could have that all you got. If he has that all you got right now, that's pretty big. He doesn't, okay. Into a breakpoint, which is threatening mask. At a breakpoint, it's pretty good. If he gives us mask here, there's a lot it could do. If it's a red 1 cost, obviously that sucks. If it's anything else, it's an extra 3 off Searing for the most part. Or an Arsenal. Oh god, it's a double strike. Ooh. That's pretty juicy. It's just 2 damage, but he's at 3. The other option is, if I Arsenal the double strike and somehow am able to keep Shuko next turn, then it's a 3 damage card, but I'm not convinced I'll be able to keep Shuko. So we'll just play it. We will play it. Get him down into, you know, very low range. Get him to 1, basically guaranteed. And then this is going to take 2 cards. We like how this played out. We really enjoy this. With our full equipment suite, yep, okay, there goes a red Warrior's Valor and a run through. Holy shit. Some good cards to see gone. Oh, you might be going to that armory too? Amazing. I am in upstate New York. So it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. Sounds okay. Okay. It's a little bit in the middle of nowhere. It's right in between Geneva, Syracuse, and Ithaca. Or no, sorry. Rochester, Syracuse, Ithaca. I'm in Geneva, which is like right in the middle. It's like an hour away from all of them. Okay, hold up. So Mask is definitely getting blocked with here. The worst card in the world that could be is a Singing. If it's a Singing, that really sucks, but I don't lose. Because he would just be able to pump it, search, glint, still swing. There's no playing around that, though. Unless we block 2 over. If we block 2 over, we play around glint. Can I afford to block 2 over? Probably. Because our hand is just going to be Snatch, Snaps, Flame Call. Or no, it actually wouldn't be that. It'd be Flame Call, Searing. Wait, what is our best damage hand, actually? Our best damage hand is actually block with the Flame Call. That we can go Snatch, Snaps. Or no. But what am I saying? Lava Vein, Jesus Christ. Lava Vein, Snaps, Searing, Phoenix, Snatch to just guarantee lock the game. So Flame Call's the weak card here. So we can block there, we can block there, we can block there. This does not protect us from Singing as an out. It does not. Singing really is an insane card right here. An insane card, but blocking 1 doesn't do it. because blocking 1 means he can still go singing, glint, and then glint even drawing a red will let him swing the Dawnblade again. So it really has to be 2 over if we care about it. So the line that changes there would be we do block with Lava Vein and Furnace and just kind of lock the game. Huh. If we do it that way, we don't necessarily guaranteed lethal. All we do is 3-3-4, which does take his whole hand. Yeah, so we're going to play around... We are going to play around that being a singing and block this way. Ah, that'll be it. Oh, it's a route. Well, that's fine. It doesn't matter. All right, well, we just win. God, this matchup's so fun. I love thinking. I love thinking. Thinking is good. Is good. Yep, but we take his entire hand because here comes a breakpoint on Snatch. Whee! All right. Goodbye, Dawnblade. Dawnblade's gonna be gone next turn. Unless it's an E-Pot. If it's an E-Pot, he just loses here. Nope, that all you got. Okay. Alright, well, so we should have this game unlocked. Went to college, you and upstate. Okay, sorry, I was looking. Dang your breakpoints. Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking about stuff because, you know, this game is fun. Alright, this hand's pretty alright. This hand's pretty alright. You might be at that armory too. This is going to be at, it's called like Scotty's Coins and Collectibles or something like that in Canandaigua. Yeah, so we do just win here. We have too many breakpoints coming, but we won't tell him that yet. We'll let him have hope. We will let him have hope. Then we kill with Phoenix. Alright, GG's. GG's. Alright, that's 2-0 versus Dorinthia. That puts me at 6-0 for the night. I think I'm getting the hang of Phi, if I had to say so myself. Getting the hang of Phi. So, like I said, Alberto is actually, like, Dorinthia is his main deck, and he is a calling top 8 player. So, you can probably count these as, like, real showings of games. I don't know about the Icelanders, but you forgot to snap for the BM. That was a pretty interesting game. I think there's a lot you have to think about, right? That overturn is huge. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a lot you have to think about when you're against the Dorinthia, but the main thing to remember against Dorinthia is she can't really lethal you out of nowhere. I mean, that the Supremacy really could have been a twinning, and that would have been a bit insane to really blow me out, but her turn cycles are locked to about 12 damage off no counters, and that's like with perfect hand. So if you just kind of math your trades around the maximum damage she can actually do, you look at that first, then you compare in terms of your ability to block around counters and still have good value turns on your own end. If you start to add both of those together, game for one more. All right, rematch. If you start to add both of those together and just weigh what's the reality of her damage, and then what's the reality of us still pushing back a good turn and playing around what we can, then you tend to just come out ahead because Dorinthia is also locked to about 3 damage per card. And as most decks are not locked to that ratio, most decks can push more than 3 damage per card, but they don't have sticky damage like the counters. So, for example, like the Phi deck, right? We push around 3.6 damage per card is like kind of the average. So we block sometimes, but we also recognize really what's the max she can do, and we just let her do it because we just do more. I don't think Dorinthia is that hard. It's just something you really have to think. That's it. You just think. You just think, and I don't think Dorinthia is insane. But we'll try one more game here. I really like the reinforce. It's so cheeky. It came up both games. Oh, he's ending his turn. Well, this hand's not great. We can be really dumb and just kind of like play for the Art of War now. Make him freak out. I really don't even hate that. I don't even hate that. It's like most definitely a bad Art of War turn. And a bad spreading turn. But maybe it's not. I guess the other thing we could do is just banish the spreading flame, actually. Just give Snatch an extra breakpoint right now, and hope our turn goes like 3 wide. Snatch, draw. I'm more game for that. I think it's a lot to ask for spreading to deal damage here. Oh, Jesus. Oh, this is awful. This is very awful. Well, I really wasn't expecting those to be the draws, I'll be honest. I'm not even sure what to do with this. I haven't used snaps in the last 2 games, so it could just be, you know, why not snaps? Could just be a snaps turn, because why not? Huh. Alright, sure. Let's see. So are you far from the LCG store you previously played at? Oh yeah, I mean, that's in Michigan. That is all the way in Michigan. I am now in upstate New York. I'm in upstate New York, where I'm pretty far from everything. But I do have the ability, at this point in time, to travel quite a bit and actually hit up all the events I want to, like Nationals, Worlds. I was just in Lille. I was just at the Battle Hardened in Ohio. I'll be at the next one. So that's been nice. That has been nice. Just to have that agency. God, this turn's so bad. This turn is so awful. That's been nice. So, like, even though there's not local stuff to me, I get to travel and I get to stream for you guys, which has been like a very fun part of my life recently. I was not loving. Oh my god, yes. Jesus. All right, we wasted 1 piece of equipment for him to give us a huge suite. This is so fine because he also blocked with so much already. Man, I will take that. All right, this hand sucks though. Come on, man. All right, this hand was ready for him to swing into me though. That's not fair. All right, but he did just set up Epot, so maybe this is like our big outplay turn. Here we go. I have to meet you in Charlotte. Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there. It'll be fun. But yeah, speaking to streaming more, you know, my days are sometimes pretty shitty because I work for a like a contract-based design firm. So sometimes we have a lot of work. Ooh, I could furnace actually to get rid of one of these. I'm actually inclined to get rid of the reinforced line, I think. Actually, no. I won't do that because I could just sink it away. Worst case. I work for a contract-based design. Oh my god, design company. So sometimes there's really just not much to do, and I really get antsy when there's not much to do. I don't enjoy it. Oh man, this hand sucks too. What is going on? All right, Fi, pull your shit together. Come on, dude. Yeah, I should have furnaced, actually. I should have furnaced. With the way his hand was, I was expecting just like a 2-card play. So I'd probably just be able to like sink some run-through type play. Now I regret it. I regret not furnacing to get rid of the reinforce. I regret it. But it's okay. We can pitch it away here. It's not awesome, but it'll do. Design in what field? Well, my background is very strange, but wait, sorry, 1 second. Background's very strange, but I went to school for psychology, and then started my master's in speech pathology, and actually really enjoyed speech pathology. But actually, we can just pitch the Phoenix here. It's like a little disgusting, but I think we'll just do it because if this hit effect goes through, we can at least pay for the other Phoenix here and layer it. So yeah, we'll do that. Get this Phoenix back. But then COVID hit when I was doing my master's. I had half a year left of my master's, and it really kind of fell apart when COVID hit because you cannot get any children to want to, call in for speech pathology, after a horrible day of Zoom calls that, just trying to go to school for them was so miserable. And then to try to like pretend that they really wanted to join you for speech for like 30 minutes a day after school. No, they did not. They really did not. So, yeah, we just kind of lost a lot of clients, and not just lost because of people not wanting to sign up, but I had a client of mine pass away, and it wasn't due to COVID, but he was an older gentleman, and that kind of just sealed the deal in terms of, it's kind of just an omen. This is just not working out on like multiple levels, so we'll just pack up and try something else. So with only half a year left, I dropped my master's and did a like user experience design boot camp instead. Which I don't know, those boot camp things are sometimes a scam, but I took a risk and ended up getting a job like right after because I had a very good, uh, what's it called? Like final presentation, like uh, whatever you call like your debut project, like the big one. God, English. Okay. So I kind of am a UX designer, but kind of not because I just wear a bunch of hats in this company right now. Man, this hand could be really good if we sink into resources. Kind of always the question. Kinda. It's definitely good if we could just do this into sync. Hope he doesn't pump. And still have like a pretty good hand. So I think we'll just do that. Block 6, why not? Oh, actually, the why not was it didn't have go again, did it? I thought he played a Warrior's Valor. He played a Sharpened Steel, huh? Was that a Sharpened Steel turn? Oh, he played Sharpened Steel, not Warrior's Valor. Oh my god. I shouldn't have blocked. That's what I get for story time. What I get for story time. Double strike. Flop. Capstone Project, there you go. Correct. That is what it's called. That all you got? Damn, dude. That's pretty good. Alright, now this. Oh wow, he's blocking a lot this game for how much damage we've pushed. I'm kind of inclined to not swing. It looks like he wants to block this turn, so this card might not end up equaling anything, but it could equal 3, so we'll try it. We'll try it. Okay, yep, it didn't equal anything. Should have been an arsenal. We learned our lesson. I mean, the real lesson was don't block if it's just Sharpened Steel. The other lesson was furnace away, you reinforce the line. There's a lot of lessons already. You're giving me hope for Phi. What do you mean hope for Phi? Deck's awesome. Deck's busted. No question. Alright, well, we just take this. If it's a run through, it's a run through. So be it. We're pretty ahead on the damage. Alright, it's a run through. But this is funny because he pitched a yellow, so if he really wants to swing at this again, he has to pitch another card. Oh, he's just gonna crack E-Pot? Alright, it's gonna crack E-Pot. And pay for Braveforge? Okay. So we can block 6 here. But then our turn would suck. If we do that, our turn sucks. Whereas if we don't do that, our turn is pretty good. So it feels definitely awful to just give him a counter when he just put such little effort into it. But it's a difference between our hand doing nothing or doing enough. So we'll just let this hit. I'm fine. I'm fine with this. We do still have one more Phoenix Flame in the deck as well, so it's the other reason to try to play for this, because we're going to go pretty wide for Salt the Wound. And he definitely wants to start keeping cards now because because he just got a counter. So we'll try to really blow him out with Salt the Wound. That'd be nice. Phoenix. After getting my Masters, I can't imagine dropping out that close to the end. Props to you, though, finding something you will hopefully enjoy more. I don't enjoy it, is the problem. I actually really don't enjoy it. It's all right. The pay is decent, but it's very infrequent. And that's why I can stream, is because it's contract, right? So sometimes, my God, it is very busy. Sometimes it is like work till 3 a.m. because we've got a big ass client. Like we've worked for IKEA, Amazon, Blue Climate Initiative, Berkshire Theater Group, a bunch of very sizable clients, and we kind of just bend over backwards to pull off the projects. So when there's work, there's a lot of work, but when there's not, I don't have much to do. What I should be doing in my free time is polishing up my resume so I can get a real salaried job, because that'd be amazing. But you know what's also more fun than trying to, bend over backwards for a salaried job is streaming Flesh and Blood, especially because it's work, because Nationals is coming up, Worlds is coming up, and winning those things, those are like life-changing amounts of money. So I can look at this kind of in a similar light, I would think. This is a pretty weak Salt the Wound. He really went hard on blocking, but that's all right. It's damage. It's enough damage that puts us ahead in the turn cycle to probably just block a ton on his next turn here. I'm pretty okay with it. In fact, what I really want to do is just be able to block like this. Double strike Arsenal Art of War. Is there a world where I get away with that? Yeesh. Probably not. Probably not. Any pump ruins me. Any pump ruins me. We've seen an Iron Song, and that's it. That's all we've seen. Well, now that's pretty scary, wouldn't you say? That is pretty scary, especially since if he does pump over, our hand does not protect itself well on the second swing. At least if he pumps over. Oh, thank you for the tip. Thank you for the tip. See, those glasses? That's we got to set small goals for ourselves, but thanks to all of you, it's coming together. Probably getting new glasses this weekend. Hell yeah. Actually, definitely getting new glasses this weekend, or at least getting my vision checked again, so that I can start to order them. God, okay, the thing is, we block here. If it's an Iron Song, that's like the biggest problem, because then he just freely gets to swing in. We really want it to not be Iron Song, so he at least has to pitch again to pull this off. I think I'm gonna be very greedy. I think I'm gonna be very, very greedy about this. Mostly because even if he does blow us out here, we still come in for 3 damage off Double Strike, which is decent value, and Arsenal Art of War, which will be the card that kind of flips the matchup when we get room to play for it. Alright, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Hands off. Choice has been made. Winning Blade. Okay, not a pump. Not a pump, but it is a 0 cost. And then he sharpens steals. Okay. Alright. Then what, it comes in for 6, right? Oh, it comes in for 7. Oh, yeah. Because it still has the counter. That's right. That is rough. But we're going to take it. Because he doesn't get the Arsenal. So it is likely we'll be able to just deny the counters next turn. We are fine. Oh, wait a second. Okay, this is a blowout. I forgot yep. This is going to be one of those blowout turns. Our hand didn't really allow us to do anything else anyway, especially not into a twinning. If it's the second time Dawnblade is hit, put a counter. Oh, well, I think that's pretty low value for him then, right? Like, he doesn't get another counter. Oh, wait, okay, the brain. Okay, so because the first one didn't hit, because he twinninged and didn't pump it otherwise, he doesn't actually have the counter right now. So we do have an opening then to double strike block here to deny it. But I'm really still not that afraid, especially since he just cracked Epot, he just cracked Refraction, and he won't have Arsenal. Yeah, we'll just take it. We'll let it happen. I'm really not that scared of this situation. That's right. I donate more, but singles are killing my disposable income. Thank you, thank you. Look, anything's appreciated. I already have set my money aside for whatchamacallit, Dynasty. And I'm really trying to not spend like anything more than what I already set away. It'd be quite nice to like not go overboard on a set for once. Because there's so much cost associated with, you know, the travel for events and things like that. Oh, that all you got. That's pretty big. That's pretty big on his end. He's seeing those on good turns. Arsenal. Ooh, but our hand blocks pretty well. So we're just going to deny the counters this turn. And hopefully come in for our normal 3-card hand. Or 3 wide 2-card hand of Rising Blue Searing. That'd be pretty nice. We can block 3 over by going this. I don't hate it. It's unlikely he has another twinning, and his hand looks like it sucks because he pitched a red. So I'm okay sacking this equipment just to kind of reset the board here. I'm fine with it. If it's like a crazy blowout, we in theory could. Okay, it's route. Wow, he pitched everything though. This is so okay. We don't really care then. Like, he doesn't do anything else with this hit. He just deals 3. Oh, wait, what? Oh, no, he's going to give us a card back. Oh, yeah, he's going to give us a card back. Yeah, that's fine, though. It's fine. So, since he doesn't do anything with this hand, other than kind of give us a reason to push for Art of War here, I don't hate that. I don't hate pushing for Art of War. Because now he knows we have CNC, so he's going to try to play with that Arsenal for a good bit of time. Probably. So let's go for the Art of War. Banish. Nice. This is a good draw sequence. Sure. We come in for decent damage on the return. Yeah, we don't need to discount anything. Looks like he doesn't want to block. We'll give the Searing next. If he does block, obviously it should be this attack. Okay, he's going to block that. Well, we're still going to go 3 wide beyond it. We've got Breakpoint coming in. Nice. We get Phoenix coming in for 2, and it's going to trigger Shuko on Salt. And it should probably be +3. Ooh. He's sacking Courage. Wow, he's not going to play for Courage this game. I'm okay with this. Going for 6. Alright, so off of 3, he's going to try to maintain counters. So this is a pretty decent way to defend around that. It's not awful. We definitely don't need this card anymore anyway, because we have all the Phoenixes. We can block like this, then if he really pumps, we can reinforce, and we'll just Arsenal Art of War. We'll go for that. Alright, this is fine. Let's see what he banishes. He banished a Glint. So now he's going to play the Glint. And draw a card. Now we're gonna do this. And we're gonna give it... Oh, and he overpowers. Yeah, that's pretty much worst case, isn't it? That's pretty much worst case. Yep, we'll choose this. We'll take 3. Because then he can still swing in, and we have no real card to block with. I mean, we could sack all of our equipment, but, you know, that sucks. It does suck, but we do need to think about how we win the game. We win the game with an Art of War turn. We win the game by resetting his counters without having to sack equipment into an equipment pivot turn into Art of War. If we take it here, +3 is pretty insane. I think the best route, and it sounds kind of awful, but if we block the 5 now, Art of War in Arsenal, then there's the situation where he swings back into us and it's just not lethal, and we can disrespect the Dawnblade, swing in with Art of War, present lethal first, and win. If we give him the counter right now, we just do kind of the same thing next turn. Not really. Because it being base 6 means it would take an entire 4 block from hand plus these, and the only 4 block we have left is 1 more sink. It's pretty gross. I'm not quite sure. I think I am going to save the equipment, though. We'll just let it happen. Okay. Arsenal. Oh, come on. Arsenal. Stop lagging. Message you on Discord. The company I work for is still hiring a UX designer. Oh. That's amazing to hear. Thank you. I can check if the company I'm working for is still hiring a full-time UX person. Man, that would actually be insane if, you know, we can put all that together. Lag check? That'd be insane if, like, all that comes together just to the nice old people on stream. That'd be amazing. Oh, God. Iron Song Determination. Well, if there was a card that would make me sad, it's that card. Also glistening. Also glistening. Because this hand also is not a Art of War hand. This hand does not make Art of War do good things. So this is definitely an issue. Definitely an issue. It may just be one of those Dorinthia high roll games. You started with double E-pot, drew into the blue/overpower on the turn where we deny counter. Those are things we can't really control. We also had Art of War in hand on a turn where blocking second swing was massive. Yeah, so a couple things out of our control this game. Also, none of these are 3 blocks. And that sucks. Obviously, we can block perfect 7 with all of this. Then he definitely pumps it. He definitely will pump it. But we have to try. We can't just, like, you know, we can't just let it happen. Yep. At least now he has to pitch 1 more card to swing. But he will get his counter. Oh, did it not have go again? Oh. Oh, wait, it didn't have go again. Oh, okay. Well, then we can still present lethal. Oh, that's kind of fine. Interesting. Well, this is our turn to force the Art of War then, isn't it? I forgot about that. It didn't have go again. Huh. Well, in that case, is there really a way we force Art of War and pretend it's good enough? I don't think so. I mean, we can still present lethal with this hand. This hand still presents 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it takes 2 cards. This hand should still be good enough. We don't need to force a weird Art of War. Ooh, and he might have drawn all reds. It looks like he doesn't like his hand. 3. So we already took the 3 cards that, or we already took the 2 cards that we knew we could demand. So he doesn't really have to block anything else we do. He does though. Wow. Wow. We might have just come back into this. We might have come back into this. What's funny is that wasn't even a great return. If we had the blue, then it was a great return. All right, that's all we got. That was a rupture card. Insanity. Slice and dice. If it's your first attack, gains +1. Okay. Into singing. Okay, well he's just playing face up now. Wow. So if we want to be like insanely disrespectful, we just block this. We go to 1, and then we just have our Art of War turn and probably win, right? That's one way we could do it. We could also just respect this, reset the counters, but then our turn kind of sucks, right? Because then all we do is, because we'd have to block with this. All we do is return 3. So I think we just go to 1. Right, if we block here, we take 4. Can't do anything. And we Art of War this. Banish mounting. Come in for 4. And then whatever the 2 cards we draw. Plus probably Searing, plus probably this. I think it's the better route to win. It doesn't feel great. Giving him a Dawnblade that's big, that is that big, is definitely scary. Because if we block, all we do is come in for 3. He can just take it. Then he plays a 4-card hand into us. 4-card hand into us. But with no counters. We'd still have Art of War and Arsenal, though. Try to come back on another turn. Activity warning. Hold up a second, game. Come on. I'm not quite sure what is better here. I haven't been in this position many times. I normally am much more ahead than this. Huh. Very interesting. I think if we reset, he gets 4 cards into us. Ideally, that means he can deal about 12 damage off that hand, because he's going to keep the whole thing. 12 damage on that hand means if we block 6, we still take 6 and die. So that can't be what we do. That can't be what we do. We'll go to 1. This will be it. The other question now, I guess, is which would we rather banish with Art of War? I'm inclined to say the Ronin Renegade. Or rather, the Mounting Anger, but the Mounting Anger is more damage, and we might draw another blue, and if we draw another blue, then that gives us something to Emberblade anyway. The other thing we can do with this is be cheeky with the Art of War. If he, for whatever reason, does try to block exactly 4. Then we can just Art of War on top. We'll try it this way. Alright, we will play this. We will say... We already like that he blocked here, by the way. We do like that. Buff, banish. Banish? Okay, I mean, that is a cost curve that does work. It's not that interesting. And it doesn't give this +1. But it is a cost curve that does work. No, we can't banish. Now the sad part is we do just lose to Steelblade Shunt, but I don't remember him playing Steelblade Shunt. I don't think we've seen it. Yeah, no. Alright, and then this, which demands 2 cards or he dies. Oh wow, he says he has a potion in hand. We won! Holy shit! We won! We won! Oh my god. Wow, this matchup is very interesting. This is very interesting. I enjoy this. I enjoy this a lot. It's also a little bit past 11, and I do have to start signing off pretty much right at 11 because Sandra has to go to bed. So I think we'll call it there on just some really interesting Dorinthia games. The Icelanders, whatever, but the Dorinthia, all 3 of those games were quite good. I'm pretty proud of those wins. Definitely this one. Definitely this one was a good one. So that'll be it. I still have like my entire pasta to eat. I've not gotten around to that. So thank you. Thank you for tuning in. A lot of donations tonight. You all are feeling so very kind. Absolutely love that. I'll need to figure out like how to update the donation bar because it's not tracking everything. But this was fun. This was really fun. Like honestly, life is starting to look up. I was getting a little sad just living in the middle of nowhere. The middle of nowhere kind of sucks, but you know what's comforting is knowing that 50 plus people tune in to watch me play and hang out and talk in chat. That feels quite nice. So thank you all, and I'll see you next week because you know it's stream schedule. Stick